Good evening, everyone. My name is Kid Lee, and may the 4th be with us all. Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to the Bioware Influencer Mega Q&A #/giveaway stream. Let's go ahead and flip on some cameras here real quick so you can kind of see what's going on. Yes, how's everybody doing? Oh, this is like not right at all. I missed something in my setup. That's okay. Give me 1 second to adjust all this, and then we shall get things rolling. This has got to be 25. And we're going to have this at 75, let's say. So, ladies and gentlemen, the sort of goal for this stream over the next 3 hours is to hopefully entertain you, but to also answer as many of your questions as we possibly can. So let me go ahead and introduce my first panel of guests. Let's go ahead and bring them on here. I would like to welcome Mox, JT, and Jim to the show. How's everybody doing?
Hey, Kid Lee.
Hey, Lee. How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks.
Oh, pretty good. Give me 1 second here. I got to switch over to voice activation. It's like
You're
Discord.
professional. You can't push to talk and stream.
No,
Hey, we all have to change that.
I cannot. I am not that talented. Looks like Discord actually changed their settings on this. It's kind of different.
Do I need to fix that?
Yeah, if you would, Box.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I wasn't even thinking. Sorry, Mr. Lee.
Now, you guys can do whatever you want.
Well, no, I couldn't. I just want to make sure the channel is set as optional, not forcing you to do anything.
Gotcha.
You know, no, Jess is not going to let you live this down, Mox, right?
So let me go ahead and switch over to my new overlay here. We've got one built for Carillion Run, so there we go. Look at that little fancy thing. So as we're doing our Q&A here, you guys can see the game if we need to show you anything in game, and later on we've got other people who will be coming on who actually will have face cams like mine, so you'll be able to see everybody and everything, so it should work out pretty well.
Excellent. Discord should be good.
Okay, cool.
Yes, the overlay looks really nice since we don't have the cams.
That's all right, though.
But they do have your face in the background there, JT. I see it underneath the logo. I see a little bit of your tusks and, you know, your little beard there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's going to be the first official question then. Can you guys tell me what symbol that is?
It's the Mandalorian,
Mandalorian symbol.
There you go.
I beat you. I'm already beating you, JT, and we haven't even gotten to Quiplash yet.
Whatever.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start out with some sort of opening questions, and then for those of you in chat, I see that some of you are already asking stuff, so we'll go ahead and we'll get to that here in just a second. But with this being Star Wars Day, I wanted to sort of start this with a Star Wars overall theme. So I want to go ahead and ask the crew here, first of all, were you guys even old enough to see the original films in the theater? And then part 2 on that, what is your earliest Star Wars memory? If we want to start with JT on that.
I was not able to see the very first one. They actually kind of reintroduced it in the theaters, so I got to do it on the rebound. And I did see Empire Strikes Back, though. That was the first film I got to see in theaters.
How about you, Mox?
I actually got to have seen all of them in the theaters. I was 7 years old when the first movie came out, had just turned 7, and saw the original Star Wars at a drive-in theater.
Oh, old school drive-through or drive-in.
Yep. Yeah, it was quite the experience, and yeah, then saw all the subsequent ones. have enjoyed, going to all of them, with varying degrees of enjoyment because they all weren't at the same level, but they all were Star Wars, so they were all great.
And how about you, Jim?
Yes, not to give away my age completely, but I was old enough to see A New Hope in theater the weekend it opened, and my neighbor took me because she was old enough to go to the theater by herself, and so she took me, and I was close to Mox's age.
Close to Mox's age. Cool. Well, in addition to the Q&A, we're also going to be doing a big giveaway. We're going to do lots of giveaways over the next 3 hours. So I want to go ahead and get one of those going as well. So let me go ahead and get that set up here real quick. And for a keyword, how about we actually use the initials for Corellian Run Radio. So we're just going to do CRR. And here's what I'm going to do for this giveaway. Whoever wins this, they will be able to choose any code from Bioware that I have. So if you would like to enter in for this giveaway, go ahead and just type in CRR into chat right now, and we're going to let this roll for about 5 minutes or so. Now, speaking of Corellian Run Radio, for those who might not know what that is, what is that, guys? What is Corellian Run Radio?
Well, it's actually currently the longest running podcast now in the SWTOR family. And it's been around since before the game went live, back in the beta days. So, and that was started by Carla and Kathy, and they started the whole thing many, many moons ago. So it's a podcast that goes every other Saturday. We do a live stream, and that's going to be this Saturday. We'll have our next one. And we do a little bit of the SWTOR thing when we're not doing Candy Crush, right, Mom?
Yeah, exactly.
That was a great episode, by the way.
It was a lot of fun to do that. I'm glad it was well received, and we are already starting to plan next year's.
Cool.
So beware.
And if you guys could go ahead and throw your links into chat for that. They, as I think you mentioned, they do live stream it on Twitch, and then I think you guys have a website as well to catch the episodes if they don't catch them live.
I'll get that, JT.
Thank you, Mom.
So definitely go ahead and check out those links as they go ahead and post them there. So we're going to go ahead and draw giveaway winner number 1 right now. We're not going to mess around. We've already got 20 entries. So the winner's name will appear in chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Ron Allen. I can't believe that you won that.
Wow.
You crazy man. So if you want to send me a message here real quick letting me know what you want, I will go ahead and get it to you.
Do you have a prize list, like, of stuff we're giving away?
Sure. You can choose from Sweet Baby Tauntauns.
Sweet Baby Tauntauns. Is that actually their name?
Yes, that is their actual name. You can look it up in the directory.
That's awesome.
Tauntaun Fawns, yes. We also have Subtime and Cartel Coins.
Wicked.
So the whole deal. And I think later, as the stream goes on, we'll sweeten the pot a little bit, because in some of these categories, we have got different tiers. So I've got like 450 for Cartel Coins, and 1,050, and then also 30-day and 60-day Subtime. But I think
those are pretty awesome.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said it sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah. But I think without further ado, for those of you who are now hanging out in chat, if you want to ask us any questions, we'll go ahead and start up on those. And Lex One Gaming, I see you said, darn, you missed the giveaway. Don't worry, we're going to be doing a lot more of them. So, I don't know, if I was talking there, did you guys happen to see any questions? Because I know there was a couple that I already missed.
Let me scroll back.
Well, while I
saw one about the side quest of where to find those on the map. I think they're talking about maybe those exploratory missions that you turn off or turn on.
All right, let me give Ron Allen his coins here real quick. There you go, sir. Yeah, that's that's a new toggle they added, and I personally have not actually messed with it much.
I will tell you this. It's right there on the map, and you can click it on. But you have to be careful. There's actually a timer on it. If you unclick it and try to click it again, it will not come back. It's kind of weird like that.
Yeah, and so let me go full screen here for just a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So on the map, they've added this new option right over here, sort of down in that lower left corner. And sorry, please continue.
Yeah, and then so you can turn it on, and now show up all the other quests that they kind of removed from the storylines, and you can pick those up if you're wanting to get a little extra XP or check out some of those other quests. But the one thing, like I was saying, be careful of, because I was turned them on and actually turned them off again and tried to turn them right back on. There's actually times you out for a little bit, so you have to wait for a timer for that to come back on. So
That's just a JT penalty.
yeah, JT penalty for being a derp. So
well, here's one for all of us, I think. What's your favorite class story that you missed, if there is one?
That we missed?
Yeah, have you guys done them all, or is there one you haven't done yet?
yeah, done them all.
Yeah, my favorite that I've done is it's a tough call. For me, it's a tie between the Inquisitor and the Agent.
How about you,
Because
Jim?
there is only one side. The other stories don't matter.
Wait a minute. What side is this? I'm confused.
There is only one side, the Imperials.
Uh-huh.
That other side doesn't exist. You didn't know that?
No, I was not aware.
Yeah,
Let me
they
write
don't
that down.
exist anymore. Yeah, you should.
So how about you, Jim? Was there one that you've missed, or what's your favorite one, Jim?
I would have to say my Merc Bounty Hunter, because I've run it 3 times already and I could run it again. I just love it.
I will absolutely agree with you on that. Yeah, the Bounty Hunter is the one that I've done the most. And what I like to say on that is, for new people who are jumping into this game, it's like, if you want a classic Jedi story, you play the Jedi Knight. If you want that classic Sith story, you play the Sith Warrior. And then if you want something different, you play one of the gun classes. I think that's a pretty good way of saying it.
Oh yeah.
Let me turn the question around on you, Kidley. What story? I'm not going to say did you not like, but what story do you think could use a little bit of love, maybe a little bit of a rewrite, or spicing up maybe?
The Consular.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be across the board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially that first chapter when you're just going around curing people. It's just like, oh my gosh, another person has this. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I will have to say on the Consular story, if you play dark side and actually go very pragmatic with it, I actually liked it. It was not too bad. I liked it.
Interesting. I'll not have to try that.
I'll not have to try
I've
that.
I've actually heard that from a couple of the other classes as well. They say if you play, like the total dark, Jedi Knight, or the super light Sith Warrior, that it can be really, really interesting.
Right. I would have to say probably my favorite was the Agent for me. I mean, a lot of people say that. I really like the Agent.
Mm-hmm.
But after I played the Inquisitor ending is pretty epic, though. If you just want an epic ending, the Inquisitor's pretty epic.
Somebody was asking if the stream is going to be archived. Yes, it is, and I will also be putting it up on YouTube here in the coming days. Yep.
The fetch quest for companions chapter. I don't recall what that. Maybe I don't understand what she means by that.
Oh, I thought Sosa was saying the trooper story is like a fetch quest, and I was thinking, yeah, for General Garza, you're going to fetch stuff for all the time.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and Garza needs to learn how to use comms a little better, because she's always calling you back for like a 1-minute conversation.
Right.
Like chatting with me.
But you don't ask me to come to your house to do it every time, though. Like, you're willing to get on to voice chat and do it, so you're better off than her.
All right, here's a question that I'm kind of scrolling back and grabbing some other ones. Somebody was wanting to know something. They heard something about class mounts. Do we know anything about that?
What?
I mean, that's
That would-
wow,
that would be-
not SWTOR.
yeah,
Although if they did introduce that, I would like that. That would be really cool.
Mhm.
Well, aren't your class mounts your ships that we don't have any use for anymore since they redid the map?
Yeah.
Ships we don't use. Nice.
Yeah, gently used ship for sale. I think I've used that joke before, but it's a good one.
It is a pretty good one.
All right, there's another classic question. What companion do you want back the most?
Oh, that's easy. The best companion, well, for me, I thought was the best companion, like kind of romance arc was the Smuggler with Akave, and I'd like to get Akave back for the Smuggler story. So.
Yeah, JT goes out of the normal box for that one. I'll tell you, you're one of the few people I ever heard talk about that the Akave romance. For me, it's probably Mako Bounty Hunter story or Jaisa.
How about you, Jim?
I'm gonna go with Torian.
She's a Torian girl in a Torian
I know
world.
he's not a popular option, but I just love that character. I love how it was written, and I just think it's really good.
So speaking of that, Jim, since we have him in the audience, who is the one streamer that you kind of don't like for what he did to Torian?
Sakari, the murderer.
Sakari, the...
Are we allowed to talk spoilers, by the way, today?
Sure.
Or at least Kotfi, right? At minimum, maybe Kotet.
Yeah, maybe the brand new stuff, no, but otherwise, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Fair enough. Has anyone done the dark side choice with, oh god, which is the cat guy? Jorgen.
Mayor Jorgen.
Yes.
No.
No,
So nobody here has killed
I
Jorgen
haven't,
besides
no.
me?
No.
Killed him? Wow.
No.
Yeah. If it is probably one of the most dramatic things I've ever done in the game, because it is, so definitely need to check it out if you have not, because it's interesting, even if it's on a replay.
Yeah, I would have to, preface everybody in chat. Mox is, if there's been a kill option, he's probably done it in there on any characters he can. So
That's not true. I have most of my characters companions, just few got lightsabers through them.
A few.
Yeah, few.
All right, now since you mentioned the word dramatic, there's one that I've got to bring up here real quick, and let me look at the chapter list just to make sure that I'm looking. I want to say it's either Into the Void or End Times, where you have to pick between either Torian or Vet, and I went with the Torian option, and Vet gets her neck snapped, and I was like, whoa, I can't believe they actually put that in this game. I thought that was crazy.
If you actually do the other option, which Jim knows all too well, thanks to Sakari, that Torian gets his neck snapped too. It was...
Yeah.
It was hard because I was role playing that character, and so like she's answering questions the way a Mandalorian would answer the questions with her ethics and everything, because she's more ethical now that Torian's running with her. She kind of didn't really let Mako push her around, but with Torian she's kind of become more reasonable and stuff. And so then I thought, well, of course the obvious thing is to go for Vet. She's helpless, she can't really take care of herself. Mandalorians can take care of themselves.
Vet helpless? I don't buy that.
I'm just saying from my perspective, I hadn't played with Vet before. I hadn't played a character that had her as a companion at that point. Yeah, and so I didn't really know the Vet character, and so for me, I was like, oh well, obviously, I'm gonna go rescue her because Torian can take care of himself. And then I was so shocked.
Oh, so you killed Torian off too?
I did the first time, and then I told Sakari was talking about it, and I told him, and he laughed. And then he went and killed him in front of me. It was traumatizing. I had to watch it again.
Yeah, he just laughed again at you, Jim, in this chat. So,
and actually, since you mentioned Mako, going back to the other question real quick, Mako is my one true love, so I want her back.
Aw. Of course, Mox, were you really honest about you have the companion that you want, right?
Well, I mean, no, he asked about returning companions. Of course, Lana's my world.
Right, Lana's your world, I know.
But it'll be interesting to see when Mako comes back. What will my Merc do?
Yep.
Because he was with Mako before, so I haven't had that. I've not had the actual return romance, well, yeah, at all yet. So, that I've played. Actually, that's true because Alara has returned, and I have not played the light side option yet in the newest one. So, anxious to do that, but I need to get him through Kafei and Kotet, and to do that, I guess I probably need to stop playing so much WoW.
Yeah.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Q&A stream. So if anybody has any questions about the game or anything they'd like to ask us, let us know, and we'll be happy to answer for you. And we'll be doing another giveaway here pretty soon. Just kind of looking over chat to see if there was any giveaway that I missed, or not giveaway, any giveaway that I missed, any question that I missed. Also, V_Superior, thank you very much for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. Absolutely love the support tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Oh, Bioware retweeted us. Cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. All right. So let's go ahead and go with this then. What is the least favorite companion? And not
there's
Koth,
so many to
not
choose
Koth.
from. Oh, I can't choose Koth? All right, let's go with least favorite vanilla companion. All right,
that's almost like the question that I've told people. It's like, all right, you've got a pistol with one gun. You can only shoot Koth or Quinn. Who's it going to be?
Right.
Skadge is right up there for me. I don't hate him. I'm just apathetic about him. I was never interested in him at all. So it probably isn't more hate. I didn't find him intriguing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one I'd like to go back and kind of revisit and maybe see the story a little better now that I've played more of the game is probably who's that Sith guy on the Jedi Warrior story? JT, help me out.
Lord Scourge?
Scourge.
Yeah, Scourge seems to be, now that I've played more of the game, seems to be a little bit more interesting to me, potentially.
And he's in the Revan book quite a bit, so I always thought that whole storyline was really interesting.
Yeah,
I'm going to admit something here that's going to get me probably drummed out of Star Wars Day, and I have not read the Revan books.
What?
Ooh.
I have not read the Revan books. And, man, there it is. It's out. I said it. Can't take it back.
I haven't either.
All right. Well, since we're talking about the books here real quick, other than that one, have you guys read the other three, or kind of where you at on that?
I've read Deceived, and then I read Fatal Alliance, and have not read Annihilation yet. After Fatal Alliance, that kind of turned me off. The little hive-like hexes or whatever.
Yep.
I did not like those droids. Especially the audiobook thing. So.
I read the original Thrawn trilogy. I've read the new Thrawn book, and like a lot of the new stuff that's come out. Not so much of the old EU stuff.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Jim?
Books, or are we back on the least favorite companion question? I haven't had a lot of time to read a lot of books. So the book I read was the one that Jess suggested a few months ago. It's happening during the time of the New Hope, but it's not related. Does that make sense?
Is it The Lost Stars?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that's a really good book. That's a Claudia Gray book.
Oh, I loved that one.
Yeah, so I'll admit that I actually have not had time for any of the new ones. That's where I'm slacking. But for the SWTOR books, I actually have read all of them. Annihilation, which is the last one, that one's actually pretty good. If you're interested in Theron and more of his backstory, that's a really good book.
Yeah, that's on my list on there to read next. I'm actually finishing up Dark Plagueis right now, which I found out it's not canon, so I'm kind of sad about that.
I was telling JT that I was disappointed in Theron's marksmanship in the newest patch.
compared him to a stormtrooper.
Yes, I did. Like, what good are all those cybernetics if you can't hit, like, a target 5 feet away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you were talking about that on Carillion Run, weren't you? Then there's like other times where you could like nail a shot or something like that.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Let's see. My least favorite, I'm gonna have to probably say Skadge out of the vanilla one. So
Freebie giveaway said he got nerfed. Talking about Theron.
Got nerfed.
Well, let's go ahead and get set up for another giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going to be for cartel coins, or cartel coin codes, I should actually say. We're going to use the same keyword as last time, so if you want to get entered in for this giveaway, once again, CRR, Carillion Run Radio, is the keyword, and we'll go once again for about 5 minutes or so.
Hey, while that's getting set up, I want JT to tell us about his new project.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Yeah, actually, I am now doing a gaming stream, BB_network, which is what I've been typing with in chat here. That is my new thing. I've been doing some streaming on that. Actually, hit my first full stream. What was that? Monday? Mox?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, we all joined up with the members of our Fab 4 group, Grog, Jesse, Mox, and myself, and we did a couple flashpoints. And since then, I've actually, which she's had to step away for a little bit, but Jim, she's stepped up and she is my mod in that. We've been working tirelessly on getting some different things with the bot and everything set up. So we're going to be going late tonight, doing a couple hours on that. So, and in light of that, I know you got a lot of giveaways going here. We also have a giveaway because I exceeded my 10 follower thing I was trying to get before tonight's stream. So I'll be giving away 1,050 cartel points later tonight. So definitely.
Wait a minute. 10? Does it count if you made 9 of those accounts, JT?
Hey! I'm giving away a code, man. It's for the people.
It's for the people. That's true. Well, that's awesome. This has been a long time coming, and there have been several iterations of the Blaster network. So it's,
yes.
He went through a lot of different thought processes or things he wanted to try, and I think it's a really good one that you decided on.
Yeah, this is experiment number 99, I believe, or something like that.
I did like the what was it, the Red Dog Network or something?
Yeah, Red Dog
Gaming.
Gaming. That was for my
Red Dog Gaming was a good name too.
Mm.
Your dog Mox? What?
Max.
Max.
No, I couldn't get you to fetch
Mox.
anything, man. What are you talking about?
Thanks a lot, man.
I know.
So we had some new questions pop up there. Actually, Canadian Bacon just asked like 5 questions in one sentence. But I want to tackle the last one, and this will be a really good one for a conversation. And it is, what could Bioware do to improve on the game? I mean, or it's almost kind of like a wish list as well. What is something you guys would maybe like to see in this game?
I think definitely one thing they need to do, it's time after the game's been out this long, they need to have a new class. And I either add some specs, another spec to existing classes, so then you don't have to change class stories, or add in like a hero class that you would pick up during the Alliance saga that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think they need to, just in a general sense, they need to be more consistent. Like, we got sub rewards all throughout the lead up to the expansions, and then the expansion comes out and they forget about that stuff. Like, why aren't we, like, they say they want it, they appreciate us, and they say they want to show that, but then they stop. And then, so there's that, and like just some general consistency in things that they start and then kind of back off of.
Mm-hmm. Anything to add to that, Jim?
I was reading chat.
I know, they're super distracting sometimes.
So what's something you would do in the game to, like, some improvement that you'd like to see?
I don't really know. Sometimes I don't feel like I really qualify to answer questions like that because I'm still so new to it that everything is still new and exciting for me. So I love all the stuff that they're doing. And when I hear about things the way they used to be, and then, oh, this is happening again, I'm thinking those are some great things that they're bringing back, or, you know, great things that are happening.
Mm-hmm. One other quick question I'll answer here real quick. A couple people asked, what server am I currently on? I am currently on the Red Eclipse.
Oh, I didn't know you were playing on the Euro server.
Yeah, this is where Central and I have a community guild right now. And so, yeah, I've been kind of messing around over here a little bit.
Nice.
But I've also got tunes on Harb, and, well, Shadowlands was initially my primary server, but kind of backed off of that a little bit.
Yeah, that's a big thing they could do to fix things, is just merge the servers. Just get it over with. Be done with it.
Just have one big mega server.
Yeah, you know, not one big one, but maybe one European, one, you know, one, you know, maybe one American, and then like a one role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the servers, I don't know if you've been on some of the servers, they're dead.
Yep.
Pot of 5 definitely is one that I can think of.
Yeah, I think JC is another one that's hurting.
Well, here real quick, let's go ahead and do this giveaway. So the winner's name will appear in chat. Here we go. Uno, dos, o treso. And Academy Life, you are the winner of the day. So I will send you this code here in just a second.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Another question that I see quite a bit, and I think we'll do a two-parter on this, and that is, what is the next race you would like to see, and then what is the next and now the name of it's just escaped. I want to use the word stronghold, but that's not right. The next housing thing.
Yeah, Stronghold.
Yeah, Stronghold.
Yeah, Stronghold.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking that was wrong.
Second guess yourself, man.
Yeah.
New race. That's a tough one.
Oh, come on. You said it on Carillion Run radio.
Oh, Ugnaughts. That's right.
No, no. Just say no.
Too. No, seriously. I think it would be neat to be able to play as a droid, and you know, maybe go along the lines of being able to pick, like at the end of your first planet, you get to pick. You know, all right, I want to, you know, be an Empire or a Republic. You know, you get a choice then.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
I would have to say Nautilin or a Rhodian.
How are you, Jim?
Oh, another one of those things. I just don't really have enough knowledge.
That's right.
I have no clue what I would pick.
How about Stronghold? What should be the next planet?
Voss.
Well, where?
Voss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, I'm bucking the everybody who wants Manon.
Manon.
I think Manon is so boring, personally, because it's just like, all right, it's underwater, big deal.
I don't know, if they set it up actually underwater, that would be kind of cool, to where you could look out and
Yes.
have some things underwater. That might be neat. Something that would be a little different, I think, some outside the box. So.
Right, so you can wait,
yeah.
so you can log in after a patch and have your stronghold flooded because of a bug.
Exactly.
That'd be funny.
Actually, somebody said Kashyyyk in chat, and that would be pretty awesome too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kashyyyk would be, yeah. All right, I could
Treehouse.
get behind.
I could get behind.
I could get behind that.
Or I'll always take.
What
my
about you,
Hoth,
Kidley?
my Hoth,
where would you want to be?
Yeah, I'll take my Hoth snow bunker with a bay window.
With a bay
Nice.
window.
Bay window.
Just gonna relax by my fireplace and look at and watch the snow.
That would be kind of.
It'd be like up here in the winter.
I was gonna say, don't you get sick of snow?
No, I'm actually not. I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people who I work with and stuff, they hate it, but
Yeah, he's not in Montana where it snows from like October to April.
yeah, the Mustafar stronghold. There you go.
Let your hate build.
I think any of those would be great options.
Yeah, I don't think there's honestly, and I would not turn down a Manon Stronghold. I don't think there's a bad choice because the Star Wars universe is really rich and interesting.
Exactly. And the artwork that they always do in the game is so detailed and so awesome.
Mm-hmm. And so Teresa said she wants to look outside and see the fishes and seaweed.
Fishies.
Right.
I like that. Now that your chat has brought up Kashyyyk, though, that's got me thinking. Wouldn't that be?
Yeah.
We can't play as Wookiees because of the speech thing. Would that be awesome to go there? Because KOTOR, you went there to go back and have a big new expansion that relates around the Wookiees and stuff. That would be kind of cool.
Now, see, I think I would disagree with you about the whole speech thing. I would be totally okay with them. They could just keep the subtitles as they are, but just replace all the dialogue with just
figure out.
Just that over and over. I'm okay with it.
You be all
right,
with
but
it?
they've said that they will never have a non-basic speaking race, playable race.
Yep.
Like was the whole basis for their choices. I think they made originally, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Doesn't mean they won't change. You never know. With new game director and all in there, maybe they will put in some alternate choices.
Another question that I saw from a while back, it was one we kind of missed, was are you guys happy with sort of the current format of the game, of them, and I'm pretty sure they've said they're going to stick with this, to where it's basically we get the big story, the chapters at the end of the year, and then sort of throughout the year, kind of like what we're doing now, we just get sort of this little filler stuff. Do you guys like that format, or do you think they should release the chapters actually throughout the year?
Well, haven't they kind of said that they're going to kind of rotate that? That they're going to do a little bit of story, then do a little bit of game stuff, and then switch back to a little bit of story?
I thought that they said that they were going to go more to a binge watching kind of thing where we get our chapters in one big chunk, and then we get other supplementary stuff. But their big expansions will be large bulk chapter type, just like the last one was. So I'm okay with that, as long as we're getting something in the content gap. It's the issues that we had overall were when we were really getting nothing in between.
Right.
I guess
so.
Also,
if we get a PvP, I'm sorry, JT, go ahead.
Oh, no, I guess it also depends on where they decide to take the story from here. Because I think in order to get back, I think we need to get back to the Republic and Empire storylines. I think I like the Alliance little trip we went on. I kind of thought that was cool, but I think we need to get back to the core of Star Wars, because I think they're a little bit more rich kind of stuff that's going on with the story back then, and kind of focus on the factions themselves, I guess.
I don't know that we're ever going to see that again, though, because of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Them having to develop two separate stories, that I don't think that'll ever happen again.
Well, it doesn't have to be two stories. It's just a different point of view. I mean, you could have the same overarching story, but you just how the two sides approach it.
You mean more like McCab?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I still don't think we're ever going to see I think we're always going to have the same story on both sides, like we've had for the last year or 2 years.
All right, so here's a little bit of a hypothetical along that same line. What if they came out this year, and again, end of the year, and instead of doing really a galaxy story at all, they actually scrapped that, and they actually went ahead and went with that new class instead. And my guess would be, let's say, a hero class, that one that starts at 60 or 65 or whatever. Would you actually be okay with them doing that and not doing a big continuation story?
I would say they would probably have to give us almost like a little bit of story like they gave in 5.2 here, just to kind of cover where's this hero class coming from. But if they give us a new class, I would be okay with that. I think I could wait a little bit longer for some more story content.
I think I'd like it if they did a whole class story with it. Like, when you're first starting the first 8 classes and they each have their own story. I think if you could have something, maybe not as elaborate, but something along that line, I'd be okay with it. I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 5 to 10 minutes left on hour number 1 here. Does anybody have any sort of final questions for the Carillion Run radio crew? And we'll also be doing another giveaway here at about the top of the hour or so, if anybody's wanting to know.
Do you have any guesses on the new IP that somebody just brought up? The new IP that Bioware is working on supposedly is a Star Wars one. Do you have any guesses on that?
I will say I seriously doubt that it is SWTOR 2.
Yeah, because that rumor came out.
Yeah. But I would say it's a Star Wars one. I would go, if I had to make a guess, I would say it's going to be closer to a Mass Effect style of action RPG style game.
Now, we do know that they're already working on a couple of them. Those are confirmed. So I don't know if there'd be a third one added to that list. Because I guess...
Yeah, I'm also...
Or go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm also excited to see what the new Visceral game's like.
Yep. That's the Amy Hennig game.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just briefly mention, for those who maybe don't know exactly what we're talking about, EA has already announced their Star Wars gaming plans for the next several years. We already know that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is coming out this year, finally, with a campaign. After that is going to be a brand new game from Amy Hennig and Doug Chang, and I think that has the potential to be the game that we've been looking for a very, very long time. Then after that, we know that Jade Raymond is working on a game with her crew, and I think there was one other one, and that's still in addition to the other one that Bioware is now working on. Whether or not that one is Star Wars or whatever, we don't know. But I always like to say, back in the early 2000s, there was a big renaissance of Star Wars games. You had, the first Coder game, you had stuff like Jedi Academy, and there was just a bunch, and then we went into sort of a big stretch there where there's not much coming out. And I think over the next couple of years, we might finally get back into that heyday of Star Wars games, and hopefully really good ones.
Yeah, somebody in the community referred to it as the golden age of Star Wars games, and that really, it does have the potential to be that over the next few years. I hope it comes to fruition.
Absolutely.
I kind of think golden age of Star Wars in general. With Disney, as much money as they paid for the brand, I think with all the movies, and it looks like they're going to continue making movies upon movies, just even standalone ones. So
and books, books. So there's a ton of content coming out.
So I think games too is going to just follow along with those.
Yep, and I've already gone on record to say that I guarantee you that we're going to see a Revan movie.
Oh, Mox. Yes, a Revan movie for Mox.
Yeah, whatever.
Because Disney...
maybe I'll be ready for it by the time it comes out, because, it just was too much in-game. This whole, Revan's dead. No, he's not. He's back. He's dead. He's back again. Just, come on. Just die already.
Yeah, and my theory behind that is... whenever they do Star Wars Celebration or any big Star Wars event, there's always a million people in that Revan cosplay. And Disney/Lucasfilm, they know how popular that character is. And so,
that's true.
It's not going to be anytime soon. It'll probably be in the 2020s when we're almost all dead. But...
Dead? What?
Speak for yourself. I plan on
I'm
living
not
forever.
dying yet.
Yeah. You feeling bad, kid?
I'm fine. Fine. But no, I see it happening in our future. I see it happening.
And just to say, Nerd Girl, I'm not dissing Revan. It just got overplayed in SWTOR.
Now, do you see a Revan movie, or do you see a Revan style live action TV show?
No, I think it'll be an anthology film, like Rogue One.
Gotcha.
And I think it'll follow that storyline of the first game, the original game.
Ooh, like the Revan book, and it ends kind of
Yeah,
on a
and
downside.
you know, I hope they keep that mystery too. Like I hope the
So it'll
opening
be shot in first person. At the end, you'll see that there'll be the big reveal.
something like that, yeah. But I hope the opening shot of that movie is basically the same opening shot of the game where you're laying in bed, you wake up, and you're basically a trooper, and that's when Carthonassus comes in. He's like, "Oh, we're under." Or no, wait, is it Carth? No, it's some other
No, it's
guy.
not Karth.
It's some other
some
guy.
other dork.
Yeah, he comes in. He's like, "Oh, we're under attack by Darth Malak or whatever," and then you basically it goes off from there.
Right.
And they end
Actually,
up on,
that guy that wakes you up is related to Olgo, who you do the story arc on Alderaan.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool. Did not know
Somehow
that.
related to. Yep.
But yeah, that'd be really cool if they did that. So.
Yep.
Well, JT, Mox, and Jem, thank you guys so much for coming out to the show. Before you guys go, for all the new people who have come in, give us one more time. What is Carillion Run Radio, and where can they find you guys?
Carillion Run Radio is a podcast, and we have a show like every other Saturday. This Saturday we'll have another episode, and that's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Carillion Run Radio. That's on Twitch. So that's twitch.tv/Carillion Run Radio, all one word. And we air that, and it also is going to be on. You can catch it if you can't see the live show. You can catch the audio at CarillionRun.com.
Very cool.
And that's all SWTOR stuff related. So,
Yeah. So they threw the link in the chat, so make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, that hour went pretty quick, didn't it?
yeah, that went fast.
That did. Who's up next? So I can make sure that we give them some props.
So next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have got Jesse Stardust. We have got Lone Star. We have got Novik. And we have got... Oh, man, am I forgetting somebody? Oh, my God. You know what? I can cheat. We can just switch over to the other overlay that I have built.
Yes.
They'll have empty spots for their pictures.
Who?
By the way, these are awesome overlays. I just have to say.
No, I got it right. Lone Star, Novik, Jesse, and myself. So that's the four with the...
Yeah, we were the opening act. Now you get the real stars that are coming out.
Yeah.
So.
No, they say start with the best. Because then after this, it's going to go down.
Oh.
Is that what?
Kidley said that, Jesse, by the way. So I just want that noted.
All right. Well, thank you for having us, Lee. We appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you much, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. A lot of fun.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and kick myself out of Discord. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's round one. We will get the next set of hooligans in here in just a second. Before we do that, we will go ahead and do another giveaway. Oh, Jesse's in chat. Squirrel, look at this pen. This is a really nice pen. You see, it actually says Under Armour on it. It's amazing. Actually, Novik is in chat too. Also, it should be noted that normally when I stream, I have got alert sounds and all the other fancy stuff that streamers normally have. I went ahead and disabled all that for this stream because I knew there was going to be a lot of chat happening. So I want to say that I really, really appreciate all the new followers. There are a bunch of them. Let me see if I can just very quickly go down the list here. The one that just joined, if I have the accurate list, we've got SSJ Botman, we've got Avalanche 187, we've got Nit IT, we've got Machete, we've got Captain Stalkers, Dawn Kingdom, we've got Cash 7, we've got President Banging, if I'm saying that correctly, Long Live Revan, we've got Fan Kicks, we've got Plat Booty Legacy, we've got Callow 37, we've got Admiral Janst, and hopefully that is the current list that I have, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I did, then I apologize. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and get set up for this next giveaway, and, well, What should we do for this next giveaway? Hold on, let me look at my sheet here real quick. What do we got? You know what we should do? We should do the first of the big cartel coins. So 1,050 cartel coins. That is what we are going to do right now. That sounds like an excellent, excellent idea. So, also, there was a couple of people who were asking about a donation tracker because there was somebody earlier who appeared to be spamming donations. I'll be honest, I'm not. I think that might have been fake. I could be wrong. I know a lot about Twitch, but all of that stuff should come to my email, and there's nothing about donations in my email. So that may have been someone who was just trolling. I'm not sure, but I do not see any donations. So, but to answer the question, do I have my donation tracker turned off? No, I do not, because it should appear on screen, and that's actually the other thing, is those donations did not appear on screen. So I think it was somebody just trolling. So, anywho, we will go ahead and, like I said, get this giveaway going. We'll go ahead and do the keyword of CRR one more time, Carillion Run Radio. So if you want a shot at that Bioware code for a little over 1,000 cartel coins, go ahead and enter CRR into chat right now. And then we will get the next crew into the stream. And if you've got questions for everybody, start thinking of those questions now, because that's the big reason why we're doing this, is we want to answer your questions. Because, you know, we all, you know, look over the forums, we look over Reddit, we know there's a lot of people that have a lot of questions, and so we want to try and answer all of those questions for you here tonight. Anything you want to ask us. Absolutely anything. And Jalen, hopefully you're still here, because we are going to need some help with the volume adjustments on this next one, I think. All right, we're going to give the giveaway maybe one more minute. With the next group, we might have to do some voices. I know TX is already like, or not TX. It's gonna take me a while. Lone Star, it's gonna take me a while. I keep wanting to say TX Bone Collector. Then I'm like, it's not quite right. I kid because I care. All right, let's go ahead and roll. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1, roll. And the winner is... I'm totally going to butcher your name. I already know it. It's like Merchlet? Hopefully I said that right. But I'm going to go ahead and send you a private message with your code right now. Please let me know to make sure that you got that. Okay, let's go ahead and bring on the next crew. We're going to go ahead and switch over to my next overlay here. See, now there we go. There's a donation. So thank you very much for the Yoda fund. So you're wanting me to do a Yoda voice. That's what you're saying. So you want me to do a... Looking for someone you have... Or good food, yes. Or of course, you've always got the classic of the shroud of the dark side has fallen. All right, let's go ahead and get this going. Screen looks a little blank with all the things missing. Oh, I don't even have Skype on. What the deuce? What is the matter with me? Okay, so let's try and load in Miss Jessie Stardust. And then we'll grab Lone Star and Novik. And then it'll take me just a second to actually configure their cameras. Hello there.
Hey,
How's it going?
great.
All right, let me see if I can get these other yahoos in here.
Okay, good.
All right, next will be Lone Star. Add a group call. And we'll grab Novik. Oh, there's Lone Star. How's it going, sir?
Good. How are y'all?
Good.
Good.
You like my ugly green wall? Isn't it awesome?
It is awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, hopefully Novik will be here in just a second. I know he was in chat, so. I actually had it kind of configured to where I could actually use a chroma key, because I knew you were going to have a green screen, so I actually might be able to actually mess with that.
I wish I could cover more wall space with it, but I mean, I've already got like 9 feet of ugly green fabric on my wall, so I think my wife might divorce me if I use any more.
Let's see. Oh, he says his Skype isn't working.
Oh.
Let me, can we try and do a reset on that, Novik? Let's see, let me try and cancel the call. Cancel call with this person. Let's try it one more time here. So how'd your stream go, Lone Star?
It was good. We, noobed it up as always.
Okay, I think Novik is restarting because he's currently offline. So what we might have to do, just for temporary purposes, is... Okay, he's actually restarting his computer here real quick. So...
And the chat is saying that my mic is louder than your guys's. I don't know how to fix that, so you might have to do that on your end.
And I don't know if I can or not.
I just put the microphone on the other side of the room. How's that?
And SWTOR just started hosting us.
Awesome. How do I sound now? I can't whisper. I don't have whisper. It's not in my vocabulary.
Jalen, are you currently present? Oh, hey, there we go.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey.
Good. How you doing?
Excellent. All right, now I can configure our cameras for on-screen mode. So, just give me 1 second, everybody. This was going to be the part of the stream which we had to manually configure when we were going to do it, which is okay.
All right, so I'll just try to talk quiet. I'll put my microphone over here, and we'll see if that works.
I think there's a setting in Skype, either that or you can go into your audio settings in Windows to your playback devices and turn it off that way.
See, here's the thing. I only have a webcam on my Mac, which I never use, like the Mac, and I've never used the webcam. So I don't actually know how to do any of that stuff.
I didn't even know people use Macs.
For photo stuff and video editing, yeah. That's the only thing I use it for. So I don't know how to do any of the stuff. So I'll just talk quiet. There's a thing that says automatically adjust microphone settings. So I unticked that, but it won't let me do anything manually with it. So that wasn't that helpful.
Well, if there's anybody who is a Skype expert and actually can tell me how to do it on my end, I'd be happy to do it, but I have no idea. Is there a way to adjust individual volumes?
Ah, lucky you came to me, because I invested in Skype.
Oh, did you?
No.
You must be worth like a couple of dollars, couple $1 million.
At least 6 cents.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Okay, well, the new overlay is set up, and we'll try and get these audio issues fixed out here in just a second.
I'm like Googling it right now.
Okay,
I am on Mac.
yeah,
That's what every time I have to do anything on my Mac, I say how to on Mac. Because I have no idea. Oh, wait. Okay. There's a thing here. Input volume slider to the right. Where is that? Okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I even did a test call with Mox yesterday because I've never used video Skype and I've never done any of this before. And apparently because there weren't other people to compare me to, maybe I sounded fine. So sorry.
BioWare influencers equals the player base that doesn't really play the game.
Yeah, that's accurate. I mean,
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Bad feeling
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that when Microsoft bought Skype, they nerfed the Mac client. Nice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and, while we're sort of doing this and researching it, let's go ahead and go through intros here for people who might not know who you guys are. So we'll start with Lone Star. Who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Lone Star Trooper. I'm from Texas, in case you didn't know that. I am a variety caster on Twitch with a heavy focus on Star Wars: The Old Republic. We play the game every Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening at 6 U.S. Central, sometimes more. And I'm incredibly terrible at the game. So there you have it. Probably because I don't play the game like what Andy said. He's right.
Also, as we go through this, all three of you, feel free to throw your links into chat. Got to get the promo stuff going. Mr. Novik.
Oh, gosh. My name's, well, I go by Novik, but I run the Technique Games channel, which is, I want to say it's a variety MMO channel, but for the most part I play Star Wars: The Old Republic. I do a lot of story stuff on there, and really, other than that, I just have one sole focus in those stories, and that's making sure that Lana loves me in every scenario.
And then, of course, Miss Jessie Stardust, who's probably the busiest person here. What do you all do?
Yeah, I play a lot of SWTOR, actually. I've been playing it since about 3 months after launch, and 2 months, actually, after launch, and I love it. I play it a lot. I'm not particularly good at it. I just enjoy it. I am on a podcast, Passionately Casual podcast, with JT, who was on in the last segment. Mox, actually, from Corellian Run, is our producer. And we're also joined by Sakari, our other co-host. So that's a lot of fun. We talk about the game, and we talk about Star Wars, and so that's very enjoyable. I occasionally write a blog called Tatooine Dreams, but it's infrequent and unreliable. I do Star Wars-based recipes on thepiefighter.com, and I sometimes make videos.
Cool.
And that's it. And I tweet a lot, like way too much. Like I have no life. I just tweet. And I am an ER trauma nurse also. So that's me.
Cool.
Hi.
Wow, awesome.
Hi.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and I want to get this volume issue figured out. So it sounds like I'm super soft and then everybody's loud. So what I want to try and do is I'm just going to turn everybody down manually. So I just made one change.
Okay.
So if you guys in chat, can you let me know, did that fix it? Otherwise, I'm going to make another change here real quick. So if you can let me know here real quick, because I want all the volumes to be balanced.
You can't silence me.
I found my thing. I found my slider. How does that sound? I just turned myself down.
Okay, you
The
chat.
power of Google.
Power
Took me like 5
compares.
I don't
to
know
find my
where
system
sound guy
preferences.
Yeah, this is Twitch. There's no such thing as balanced audio.
Yeah.
Well, I should not be a ton louder than everybody else right now because I was apparently all the way up at the top, and now I took myself to about mid. So hopefully that'll fix my blasting everybody's ears out. And then I won't have to whisper because I'll forget. I'll get excited.
Okay, I'm gonna make another change right now. Okay, boom! I just turned everybody down by about 10%. So if you guys give me another check on that, keep letting me know in chat until we get this right. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on, and I'm actually gonna start this segment the same as I did for the last segment, and that is two-part question. One, what is your guys' first Star Wars memory? And two, are any of you old enough to actually have seen the original films in the theater? So we'll start with Lone Star.
I'm still a kid, so no, I did not get to see any of the originals in the theater. My first Star Wars memory, it's actually kind of funny. My grandmother introduced me to Star Wars. I was like 6 or 7 years old. I mean, this was like well after Episode 1 released. And I was a stupid kid, and I thought space movies were stupid. And she said, "You're an idiot. You're going to sit down and you're going to watch this movie, whether you like it or not." And I did, and then I've been hooked ever since. And, you know, the rest is history, I guess.
All right, Jesse, how about you?
First of all, it's super rude to ask me if I'm old enough to have seen the original Star Wars movies, but I think that you actually already know that I am, so I'll let it slide. My grandmother also introduced me. My grandmother introduced me to Star Wars too, actually, which is kind of a funny coincidence. However, it was in 1977, and I did actually see the original film in the theater. It's one of the first movies. It's the first movie that I remember seeing in the theater. I don't know for sure if it was the actual first movie I saw, because I think I saw like Snow White and stuff like that. But it was the first legitimately cool, amazing movie that I saw, and I'm not gonna say how old I was. I was really super duper small, and I loved it, and it had a big impression on me, which is why I'm still a Star Wars fan now. So, yeah, was that the whole question? Was there another question? Yeah. I got distracted by the fact of like admitting to everybody that I was alive in 1977, and I don't remember if there was a second part.
And Mr. Novik, can you drink yet?
Ball roasted.
Not for another 3 weeks. So obviously I'm 70. So I was around when it came out.
Sure.
No, not at all. Jeez. I think my first experience with Star Wars was when Attack of the Clones came out in theaters. And it was specifically, like, I didn't even go see it in theaters. It was when they were putting all those advertisements on TV, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I want to get Lunchables now to get those weird, like, figures that came with Lunchables. And then after that, I went over to my uncle's house, and he had all of the originals. So I saw the much better ones right after seeing probably the worst one of the entire franchise. So it made me love Star Wars.
Cool. All right. I just made, for everybody in chat, I just made one more sound change. So once again, let me know if we are all equal yet. I think we're dialing it in. We're getting close.
We want to be equal.
Nope. I am the Master Commander. I do not equal anyone other than myself.
So, what we're going to do with this stream, for those who may have just joined, we are here to answer your questions about the game or anything you might want us to talk about. So we are definitely looking for your questions, your feedback in chat.
I see one I really want to answer.
Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead. I may have missed something.
This is one by Nerd Girl. It's, why do you guys hate Koth so much? I haven't heard a concrete answer for this yet.
Because he's an emo, that's why.
Any other answers before I go on my rant?
I don't hate Koth, so I like him. I have an unpopular opinion.
I'm very neutral to him. So, go ahead.
Okay, let me compose myself real quick.
Oh, boy.
Koth is probably the worst character I've ever seen in anything ever. He's a whiny little punk who really can't handle any situation you put him in. You try to be light side, he's still passive aggressive towards you. He just doesn't trust you, even though you can give him multiple reasons to trust you. And if you go dark side, or should I spoil things?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, if you go,
okay.
If you go dark side, he betrays you like a cowardly traitor.
Go on.
Other than that, there was also that obligatory non-answer. Did he have a thing going with Lana? And I need to know that answer, and I hate him until I have that answer.
So we get to the core of it here.
I mean, let's be honest though. If him and Lana had a thing, Lana definitely wore the pants in that relationship.
Oh yeah.
Bad Feeling Podcast has a question.
All
They wanted us to rank the 6 original films.
Okay. Just the 6? Can't it in the last 2? No,
I don't know. It's your stream.
I thought there were only 3 original films.
Well.
Let's go ahead and do all of them. Let's do all of them.
Okay.
So who wants to start?
I volunteer as tribute.
All right. Go ahead.
Jeez. I'd have to say, if going from worst to best, it'd be, for me, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, and then Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back being the best.
All right, what about you, Jesse?
What about the 2 new films? But you didn't say the 2 new films.
Oh, the 2 new films.
It's a play by kids rules. This is his game.
This is my game.
Rogue One's probably my favorite right now. And then The Force Awakens is like probably 4th on the list right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, math.
All right, how about you, Jesse?
I'll get confused if I try to go backwards. It's like doing the alphabet backwards. So I have to go with my favorite. And this kind of can change sometimes. So this is off the top of my head. I would have to say Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, The Force Awakens. Ooh, unpopular answer. Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, Attack of the Clones.
Cool. All right, Lone Star, what you got?
I'm going to be the weird kid that screws all of this up. My honest favorite is A New Hope. Then a very close second would be Empire Strikes Back. Then I would probably say Rogue One. Then Return of the Jedi. Then The Force Awakens. Then Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones. And then... I'm sorry. Hang on. Revenge of the Sith. And then Attack of the Clones being the worst abomination to the Star Wars trilogy ever, because that whole Anakin line about how he hates sand just made me want to give myself a paper cut to the eyeball, and I instantly hated that movie from that moment on.
All right, so I will go worst to best, and let's see. I'll go. It's almost in order too, to a degree, but yeah, I'll go Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, then Force Awakens, A New Hope, Rogue One. I guess, yeah, Return of the Jedi, and then Empire Strikes Back.
So you're putting Return of the Jedi before A New Hope. That's interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
I mean, it's all real close. It really is. You can kind of swap
it's
some
really
of
close.
them.
I don't hate any of the movies.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I like all of them. And there's something good about each one of the films. I don't dislike any of them.
What's a Star Wars?
What is a Wars of Stars?
Jar Jar.
All right. Did we miss any questions in chat?
No, we missed everybody. Everybody ranked them though. Like, the chat is all ranking the movies. Everybody wants. This is a question that everybody loves to answer.
Is there any other one? Did any of you play KOTOR? That's one of them.
That's a pretty good question.
Yes.
I haven't yet. I have the games. I haven't yet.
You just need to stop what you're doing right now and play it.
Just leave, just be gone.
I couldn't understand. Okay, so I started it, but I got to the part where you get off the ship, Endor Spire. I got off the ship, and then I couldn't get off the little platform. I had no idea where the door was, and there was nobody to help me because it's not an MMO. So maybe if I went back and tried it again, like now that I have some more experience playing games, I played some single players like Mass Effect and stuff, and I can actually navigate around a map, I might be able to do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are really hoping that they do that HD remake remaster of the original game, because actually, if you guys didn't know, they actually did an HD version of KOTOR 2, and it's actually up on Steam, where they fixed a lot of it and made it HD and all that. So
I didn't know that, actually.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, they did that last year, maybe 6 months ago. It's not that not that old.
Wow.
But yeah, hopefully they actually do the new one. So here's a question in chat, and this has been a popular one. Do any of us miss the challenge of PvE?
Yes.
A lot of people are saying that the game has gotten easier over the past several years. So
let me answer this one.
So yeah, go ahead, Jesse. What do you got?
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. They made it like so easy that like you can mess up everything and still not die. And I don't like that because I'm not there to just be handed stuff. As I have been quoted saying, it's a game and not a gift basket. Like there's so much stuff that they give us and they make it easier and easier, and they give us all the travel points, and then the travel points aren't enough, and now they give us like a galaxy map where we don't even have to use our ship, and just everything, like you can heroic travel, you can do all this stuff, and it's just like, why am I playing? I might as well just kick back and, like drink a beer and watch a movie, because it's almost the same thing. That's my opinion. And I'm not like the world's most highly tuned player. So if I find it too easy, then I'm certain that people who, are up to more of the difficult content really find it too easy. That was my rant. It's like to replace your content.
And one thing I'm going to say here real quick before I let you other guys answer. So Dorian X11, he says that the game never was all that challenging to begin with. So my question to you then, Dorian X11, would be, with what's in the game right now, with the master modes and all that, do you find that challenging? Or like even with Tithe right now, the veteran mode, if I'm remembering my things correctly, the veteran mode, do you find that difficult? So I'd like to see what his answer is on that as we jump over to Lone Star on that. Do you think the game is too easy still?
Yeah. Now, when I answer this, I mean, I will say I understand why BioWare has gone that direction, and that's that they want to make this game and the whole concept of the MMO as accessible to new players as possible. Like, that's the point, and they've accomplished that. But the negative, which I'm sure there's at least a few people that will agree with me on this, is like, yeah, you can level a character and it's just a total cakewalk. But then when you start doing end game content, operations and raids and all that, you have a ton of people that have no idea how to play their class, what their rotation is supposed to be, etc. So I mean, it's kind of a, there's a good and a bad consequence to that strategy, and it just people just need to spend time however they want to do it, learning how to play their class, whether they look on sites like Dolphy or Torhead or whatever. Like just learn your class, please, and
can
the
I
world will
ask
be
you
a
a
better
question?
place.
I want to ask you a question, or all of you, a question relating to that. When I look back to like kind of what made the game change direction, what I see was the introduction of the tactical flashpoint. So I blame KDY kind of, because the Trinity mechanic didn't matter in that flashpoint. And that was the first time that group content didn't rely on Trinity mechanics. And I wonder what you guys think about that, and whether you think that's a good thing, if it makes it more accessible and that's in that sense good, or if it's harming the MMO aspects of the game.
Oh, I definitely think it helps the accessibility, just because like there are so many people that choose DPS characters nowadays, or really with anything. So it really it allows people who choose those roles to get into a flashpoint or whatever quicker. However, it does, like you said, diminish those roles, the Trinity, and it just makes it like way too easy, just way too easy.
Yeah, I know BioWare has kind of told us that they're seeing a new influx of or an influx of new players into this game, and I actually do a lot of tacticals. It's something that I jump in, run a tactical, you know, for my command experience, or if I'm leveling a new tune or whatever. And it seems like I am running across a lot of new players, and they just kind of don't know what they're doing. So if they have that same mentality going sort of all the way through, then they get to end game and they try and raid or whatever. You know, I can definitely see where maybe if there are new players and they've not done MMOs before, that they might not be learning correctly. That might be an issue as well.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I know one thing I would love to see is BioWare taking more of a direction of, hey, let's teach players to fish, as opposed to let's just keep feeding players fish. You know, some type of, I mean, I know that tutorials and things like that are already in game, but maybe trying to spend time revamping those tutorials, teaching players how to gear themselves, how to do their rotations, what their class is supposed to do and how their class fits in with a group, that kind of thing. I mean, that if they were able to do that would probably be huge for group content in this game, making it not just accessible, but actually making it to where people can do it effectively. And that's what we're missing.
Somebody in chat was asking what Trinity means. And that's just a phrase that refers to the 3 standard classes in MMO gameplay, which is tank, DPS, and heals. That's all it means.
Yep.
Yes, intro ops would be great. Sorry if I interrupted anybody, but something that it's like almost like an interactive walkthrough, so to speak. Like, hey, here's an op. Here's how you do it. Let's learn together type thing.
Yep. And I know one of the big things in MMOs, and maybe people don't know this, but MMOs love to steal ideas from other MMOs. And there's an MMO out there called WildStar, and WildStar actually has that. Their first little dungeon thing they have is actually, here's how to do dungeons, that they have everybody run through. So yeah, that would be a really good idea if they were to put something together like that.
There are lots of good resources. A lot of the people that you are having on today and other community streamers, yourself included, do tutorials, do walkthroughs. Volk.com is an excellent source for guides on your classes and on the operations themselves. So you just need to Google those. And for the person in chat who said that they're afraid to try ops, I totally get that. I understand that it's intimidating. What I would suggest in that case is find
Leroy
yourself
Jenkins.
that is not what I would suggest. I would actually suggest finding a good guild on your server that is friendly and new player friendly. You can ask around. If you're on any social media, you can just sort of see who's talking, who's positive, who has a good, positive, healthy gaming community. You can always ask one of us, jump in Kidley's chat, ask him about his guilds, whatever, and find a group of players that you can play with that are supportive and kind. And I think you'll really enjoy ops. I'm not a pro player at all, as I've said, but I love operations because they're really social and they're fun, but you just have to be with the right people.
Yes. Yeah, there are people out there that you can run ops with where it's okay to make mistakes. They will teach you how to not make that mistake again, but they won't bite your head off for making a mistake.
And if they do, you shouldn't be playing with those people anyways.
No.
Yeah, F them.
Yeah. Just to go ahead and name one other person, SWTOR, she has a series called The Academy, which is also really, really excellent.
Yeah, that's great. New player resource. If you've never played this game before, she's got the perfect videos for you. Definitely.
I've been playing this game for 5 years and I still watch her videos when I forget stuff.
Okay, one other quick sound adjustment. I'm going to go ahead and turn myself up by about 10%. So if that is an issue, then let me know, guys. But otherwise, we'll go ahead and we'll continue on. All right. Did we miss any questions there? Let's see here.
Somebody mentioned what's your favorite race in the game and why is it Chiss? Yeah. I mean, Chiss is awesome.
I have one answer and one answer only. Thrawn.
Word.
And
That's
all
We
you
did a
need to know.
playthrough of an agent named Thrawn, and it was the best.
You that up. I mean, Thrawn, since the original Zahn books, has been an epic character, and like it's cool to think like RPing that. But my actual answer is Twi'lek. So
I'm gonna go with Zabrak.
Mine's a tie between Sith pureblood and human, but everybody goes human, so Sith pureblood. Let's do it.
Yeah.
because they have better hair and makeup styles. That's the only reason that I go human on most of my characters, is because you can't do anything with your makeup as a Twi'lek.
I like the new hairstyles too.
Oh yeah, the new
cut.
Those are
hairstyles.
super
Yeah.
cool. I like the shaved Vizsla inspired one. It's my favorite.
Yeah, that one's nice. Yeah, I like that the Republic Trooper helmet hair. Also, I already made a character with that yesterday. So it looks like that like thing.
Oh yeah.
Rebellion pilot, I guess. It's like comes out the back. Don't hate on me, like massive Star Wars fans. I'm sorry. I know it's a Rebellion pilot, not a Republic Trooper.
Well, here real quick as we're chatting, let's go ahead and set up for that next giveaway. We'll go ahead and do some cartel coins. So anybody who wants a shot at a Bioware code for cartel coins, we are going to use the keyword of Stardust. STARDUST, all one word. Go ahead and put that into chat right now.
I'm almost insulted. Almost. But I'll be the first one to put that down, just so I know I have a better chance at winning, because that's how that totally works.
Well, next time I'll
Yeah,
use.
that's how randomization goes.
Next time I'll use Old Man. So.
Oh, do you want me to do that now?
Oh no! Did you guys see that? Somebody asked if I was Dolphy, and then somebody else said no. Dolphy isn't much younger.
Get roasted. Oh no.
Oh, thanks.
You guys are about
Thanks
to
for
throw
being
hands.
awful thing by like letting me announce to the entire world how old I am too. Lucky.
I guess the world's just against you today.
I guess so.
Or the entire galaxy. It's,
I'm just gonna own it. I'm gonna own it. I don't look too bad considering I was 11 in 1977. I'm just gonna own it.
There you are, Jalen. Jalen, can you give me a sound check? I'm assuming he must have been AFK. So let's go with the next question here, and it's actually a little bit of a repeat question from the other group as well, and it's the good old-fashioned. What stronghold do you guys want to see next?
Oh, jeez. I want one on Odessan.
Yeah.
It
It
just
would be
makes sense to me.
convenient. Really short commute.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm just gonna go home, walk down the street a little bit. Oh, I'm here.
Because the real popular one is, like I was saying earlier, I want my Hoth bunker, but
Yeah. Hoth is nice. I mean,
couldn't
it's a
do
lot
it.
of white. It hurts my eyes actually to be on Hoth for too long.
but I think Manon is like the #1 most requested one.
Yeah. I would like something like with kind of glass walls. I think it was the Play as HK chapter, where you go into you go down a thing and you walk through water. Do you guys remember that?
That was super cool.
Yeah. So if they could do something like that, it was really nice. Visually, and the environment was nice. So if they could, I think they could really do something fun with Manon. I don't know if it would be my absolute first choice. My first choice is probably, even though I love that way that planet looks. It's very I don't know, ancient world, Egyptian-y kind of, and all that red. I guess I like the red better than the white.
Well, let's go ahead and get this giveaway done here real quick. So the winner's name will appear in chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. And Tomato Terrorist?
Tomato terrorist.
Tomato Terrace. Funny, I tried to pick that name on Twitch and it was already taken, so. Thanks, dude.
Oh, speaking of taken names, I just want to have a quick shout out to the SWTOR community that keeps taking Novik on all the servers. I hope you burn on Mustafar and have a very Sith upbringing. I just hope, just for the record.
Wow, so dark.
Very...
You were a brother to me.
You were a brother to me, Anakin.
I believe you have so much anger in you.
Brother Anakin.
Well, I am a dark side player, so it is what it is. But I guess I got the one that really matters because I got the one on Harbinger for Novik. It's really the only one I need. But I'm just saying.
I actually got lucky because I do so many giveaways. I actually went on to every server, both sides, and got Kid Lee in like every configuration. So
that was smart.
You
don't want somebody impersonating a famous guy like you, you know? Like, you got a reputation. That's all I'm saying. I think we missed a question back there.
Oh, what was
Somebody
it?
was asking classes. Hold on, I'm scrolling back. There's my name so many times. I'm like scrolling back through my name trying to find it. Somebody did ask, I think, what class we like to play. Yeah, here it is. BB Network asked, what is your favorite class and role and why? What an interview type of question. And why? Discuss.
Oh, jeez.
Loaded answer, I guess. My favorite story class is the agent, but my favorite class to play, as weird as this is going to be, is the Jedi Guardian DPS. I know that sounds crazy, and there's probably not a lot of people that will agree with me on that, but I just love the way that class plays, and it's the only one that I can kind of play and not make myself look stupid playing.
Well, I like the analog to that. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I just said that he didn't feel so bad. I love playing Juggernaut DPS. I also happen to like the Sith Warrior story. It's not, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I love the way those skills look and the way you go flying through the air to your target. Like the leaps are amazing. I'm not so good at the melee thing, but it's beautiful. And those sabers everywhere, and I love it. It's, I'll let you answer what your favorite is, and then I'll tell you, and then I'll see what mine is.
I think the problem here is that I can't answer that because I haven't gone through all the classes yet.
Get out. Get out. Where's the disconnect button?
Shame.
I've been playing the game since beta and I haven't gone through all the classes.
What have you been doing?
That is a very valid question. I guess I want to say I think on the Harbinger I have like 4 Sith Warriors, and I don't know why. But other than that,
because they're fun.
Well, they are really fun. I guess Marauder's my favorite right now, the Sith Marauder. But oh gosh, I want to say Agent because I know the Agent story is really good, but I haven't played through it all. So,
oh dear God,
say Agent.
I need to do the Agent again. I really do.
You're absolutely fired.
It's a good thing I wasn't working.
Yeah, you should do the Agent, and I recommend when you do the Agent that you just try to just play that one for a while because you can lose sort of the thread of what's going on, and it's got a lot of kind of intrigue, and like if you walk away from it, play some other stuff, come back, you might forget, oh yeah, that's right, I had this conversation on Nar Shaddaa or whatever. So I would recommend kind of playing it, with some continuity, maybe over a double XP weekend, which I think is happening.
It's actually started today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Perfect.
Nice lead in, Jesse. Yeah.
Hope you got more monster. You're gonna need it.
Oh, I've got 12 underneath my desk right now. Don't challenge me.
Marathon
this
it.
is a danger. Oh, that's okay. I'm doing it next.
Yeah, I want to see you stream after about 6 of those.
No, you don't. No, you don't. There wouldn't be much streaming, and a lot of it would be me probably trying to be Spider-Man on the walls.
That's high quality content right there. I highly
I'd
recommend
watch
it.
that.
Sounds like an entertaining stream, actually.
Oh,
Kidley,
you know what? Never mind then.
Did you say what your favorite class is to play, Kidley?
Arsenal Bounty Hunter. Well, actually, it's a mixed question. Yeah, I'll go with Arsenal Bounty Hunter, but I play the what used to be Lethality Sniper a lot, but they changed the name, and I can never remember what the new name is called. I refuse to use it because there was no reason. They didn't need to change it, so it'll be Lethality Sniper in my heart forever.
Yeah, like it'll always be party chat to me. It'll never be group chat because that's what it used to say. If you guys remember back when the game started, I still have some of my old screenshots and it said party chat. So it'll always be party chat.
Back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days. I know you hate it when people talk about like if you weren't at launch and they talk about launch, like that makes them somehow better than you. I wasn't at launch.
Back when I played at launch.
But, that's right. Remember, I'm the elderly person in the stream that has been established. I like to play. I like the smuggler the best. I've played a lot of smugglers. I like the story. I like the whole Han Solo vibe. But yeah, and I like to heal. That's pretty much all I do is heal. So any of the healing classes are fun for me.
So since Novik started it, have we come to the part of the show where we're all doing voices now, and Lone Star is gonna hate me forever?
Voices.
I didn't even know that I did voices. Like, where did this come from?
Because now Jesse has a series called Voices. I'm trying to
Bad voice acting.
Bad voice acting. There we go.
Yeah. And it is bad voice acting. I don't actually do voices. I just, read the dialogue. So.
There you go. You fulfilled the name. Perfect.
See, then Jesse starts out with the dark voice like, "Welcome to the dark side."
And then she switches over to something more like this, and
Oh, I got this.
Go on.
Are we doing this? Is this a segment now?
Sure.
Oh, sweet. All right, someone in chat give me something to read off, and I'll do it in 4 different voices if I can do it in 4 different voices. Can I do that many voices? I'll do it in at least 3.
Somebody make sure and clip this before he gets started.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want a scene between Yoda, Leia, Obi-Wan, and Jabba. Go. Who's going to be which character, though? That's your problem. I mean, obviously, Jesse is going to be Princess Leia.
I know, it's going to be Obi-Wan.
Why
do I have to be Princess Leia?
Okay, no.
I wanted to be Leia.
Okay, fine. You can be... I mean, there's only one Yoda, so we got that covered.
It's over 9,000.
I could probably do an okay Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi here.
Well, hello there.
You are my brother, Anakin. I love you.
I'm about to outclass Carrie Fisher in her Leia voice.
Okay.
help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You're welcome. I win.
Wow. You could just end the stream right here. I mean, there's no topping that. Like, everybody else just pack your stuff and go.
Scene between Yoda, Leia, Obi-Wan, and Jabba. We need 4 different lines for 4 different characters. You're all fired. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not even going to try to claim unemployment.
I've been doing this
Here,
for 6
somebody put an Obi-Wan line in chat for you.
I feel you've bested me, but you've only harmed yourself. I have the ultimate power, and nothing you do will matter. I wonder if I can do that in Yoda voice, even though it's not like, even though, well, technically it's not written correctly. So,
improv, go.
Improv.
It'd be like,
Bested me, have you? You've only harmed yourself? I have ultimate power now, yes?
something like that.
Ultimate power I have now.
All right, Grandpa Beak's gonna take a shot at this.
Okay.
You feel you've bested me,
Whoa.
but you've only harmed yourself. I have the ultimate power, and nothing you do will matter.
That's supposed to be C-3PO?
Yes.
I think that was Palpatine.
Yeah, your Skype actually messed up when you were doing that. So you actually came across a literal body, which actually
sweet.
It actually kind of sounded good.
Almost
awesome.
Grievous-ish.
And now I gotta run away.
Jedi scum. So as we're kind of messing around here, does anybody have any questions about Star Wars: The Old Republic that they would like to ask us?
I mean, you should probably ask other people because we don't play the game, but...
I'm not qualified.
Yeah.
I'm overqualified to answer this question. That's really the problem.
Overqualified, yeah.
I just want everybody to know that Eric Musco and I are on a first name basis now.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I'm kidding, but still.
Joke's on you. I am Eric. Pulls off the mask.
Somebody's requesting, Jesse, could you post the link to your channel? And I would request that all of you post the links to all of your things. So whenever you
Trust me,
guys
you don't need that. You don't want that. Trust me. You don't want mine.
I'm trying to type on my iPad. This is...
All right. So here's like a quick question. Do you guys favor the Republic or the Empire? Somebody asked in chat. So
Republic.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on my mood. Sometimes you just have to be evil, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, though, most of my characters are on the Republic. As crazy as that is, I guess I'm a goody two shoes.
well,
I'd have to say Empire.
I will also say Empire.
There's really good stories on Imperial side. There's some very interesting stories. I like both sides, and I can't play Dark no matter what I'm on. I tried. Like do you remember when you used to have to get to a certain Dark level or Light level to wear the higher end relics?
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that? Okay, so I tried so hard to get my Dark up so that I could wear appropriate level relics, and I just never could. I just don't have fun when I play Dark. But I do like the Imperial. A lot of the things I like. They have a really nice guild ship, and they have a lot of really good stories. So I like all of it. I don't think one is better than the other. I don't judge.
Yeah, like I was talking with, I think it was JT and Mox. This was like a couple of months ago, and it's like, do you guys remember when the game first launched? Actually, I'm going to ask this in a question instead. When the game first launched, can you tell me how many lightsaber colors there were?
3. No, that's a lie. That would be totally wrong. There were 4, right?
Anybody else before we lock that in?
I would say that there were like, I don't know because I wasn't there on launch day, but I'd say that 4 is probably a good guess. But then there was also some like green-black collector's edition crystals that you could only get via that means. So I would actually say there was either 5 or 6 then maybe.
Oh yeah.
See, I thought there were 7. I may be crazy, and I'm gonna make myself sound stupid, but I thought there was blue, green, purple, the regular cyan, like I guess kind of turquoise blue color, red, and then the black yellow collector's edition.
Okay, the correct answer is indeed 4, because with the original light with the original light dark system. You actually had to be ranked in that in order to use certain colors. But yes, the game launched with red, blue for your Republic guys. Or, sorry, red, green. Wow. Try that again. Blue, green. It's late at night, guys. I'm losing my mind. Blue, green for Republic, red for Empire, and then the black, yellow was the only pre-order at that time. So that was 4. All the other ones...
Black, yellow, yeah.
Yeah, all the other ones...
saying that crystal sucked. I didn't like it.
Yep. Yeah, all the other ones came later. Like, there was a pink one that came later, which was an item you had to, like, really work for, and there was a thing on Ilum for that one. And then, yeah, I think Jesse said there was the blue-black, which was some pre-order deal or something that came later. But, yeah, at that launch, there was just those 4.
Yeah, I remember when some of those, when they first started introducing some of those prettier colors, like the pink ones, and then the ones that were like 3 colors, and then remember it was just like a year ago or 2 years ago, you'd have to go and like turn in all the little things, and then you could fill the little crystal, like. Mm-hmm. They just give us everything. That was kind of my point. I'm not trying to be salty, but they just give us everything now that it used to be part of the challenge and the fun to have to work for, and to have it be more exclusive and not just money.
Yeah.
That you would buy it. Just
be salty if you want to. I mean, I know the rest of us are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sweet, but I have a little bit of salt. So I hang out with Sakari too much to not be a little bit salty.
Well, I mean, the colors though that opinion, but the colors that we have now, some of them are just stupid. I mean, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're just dumb. Like, no.
I think like the black.
Morrissey. That's funny.
Like almond
Black
blue,
colors,
pink, purple.
And what's with this like off-white, white, purple one they're trying to do, where it's like a really dull color, but it's supposedly, you know what I mean? Or, am I making sense? No, I'm not making sense. I've had a long day.
Yeah, I'm actually on the screen. I'm actually going through all the colors. If anybody's never seen this rainbow of colors that we currently have, it's,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's insane.
It's just so outside of what, I mean, obviously the Old Republic is not canon, but like
Yeah.
that's just so far-fetched away from canon that it's ridiculous. I mean, people will disagree with me and that's fine. I mean, it's just opinion, but I don't know. I mean, having some variety is great, but just not to the point where it's so like they're just trying to figure out what the hell kind of combinations they can put together that they haven't yet at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rainbow Crystal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like the only one left.
Our Scepter, now you've done it. Now they're going to come out with
7,000 cartel coins on the cartel market.
Unicorn Frappuccino colored lightsaber crystal.
Oh man.
Gosh. The Starbucks one.
Yeah, just sponsor them now. This is your Starbucks crystal.
Instead of having like an actual lightsaber, it's just a brand logo.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing I'll say here real quick, since we sort of mentioned canon, Bioware actually did confirm that when they sort of wrote the story for the last 2 expansions, that they had to get all of that approved, you know, through Disney, Lucasfilm, and the characters. So it wouldn't surprise me if at some point down the road they actually did make all that canon. And I believe there was a book or something. Somebody in chat might actually know, but there was a book. I don't know if it was a ship book or a map book or something that got released last year that actually referenced Zakul. So I think elements of the Zakul stuff actually are canon now, but I don't know how much of it.
There's something in Rogue One. It was a KOTOR ship in Rogue One that canonized that particular ship. Maybe one of our, maybe there's a lore master in chat who can remind us the name of the ship.
Sorry, but DC Guy 3, that's probably the funniest comment I've seen all night. Pumpkin spice lightsaber. Well done, sir.
Back onto the canon thing. If they're going to make SWTOR canon in any regards, I'm just saying, if you need a canon model for the main character, I'm right here. Hit me up, Disney. Come on, we'll talk. My people will call your people, and we'll get my face on that SWTOR canon.
There you go.
Seems good.
Novi confirmed.
Well, guys, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap up Hour 2 as we jump into Hour 3. Before all these lovely people leave, I'm going to give them one more chance to sort of shout out their stuff. So, Mr. Lone Star Trooper, what do you got coming up in the days and weeks and months to come?
Well, we are privileged, of course, to be a part of the promotion that BioWare has going on with Twitch right now for Twitch Prime users. You know, of course, it's a big push to expose new players to the game, specifically the Eternal Empire content. So we're going to do what we can to help them with that. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, 6 p.m. U.S. Central, we are streaming all of the Eternal Empire content, Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Eternal Throne. So come check that out, especially if you haven't seen that content. It's a good way to get a sneak peek. And, of course, we'll be doing some other things mixed in with that. Group content, flashpoints, ops if we can get enough people, all that good stuff. So if you like Star Wars, come check us out, especially if you like story content. We do a lot of story content in the broadcast.
Jesse, what do you got for us?
I don't have a streaming schedule because I have Australian internet. So
Australian internet.
That's right, mate. So not really doing any streaming at the moment, although I'm still doing the bad voice acting videos. Occasionally, I'm just doing them directly to YouTube, like uploading them from my desktop so that I don't have to kill myself with frustration. So I don't have really a schedule, just whenevs on that. If you haven't listen to our latest episode of Passionately Casual podcast. It's one of my favorites that we've done in our 2 years of running. And we had the incredible voice actor and audiobook narrator, Mark Thompson, who's like the best, absolute best narrator of audiobooks I've ever seen. And he does all of the voices amazing. And he's really super talented, humble guy, great interview where he really like talked a lot about his process and shared a lot of like kind of backstage stuff with us. So check that out at passionatelycasual.com. And then our next episode will be out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think if you can do it, or if somebody else in chat can do it, if somebody wants to actually link to that episode, go ahead and put that in chat. Because yeah, I'm surprised you guys were able to get somebody like that. Because that was an incredible.
You guys are so small time. How'd you get
No, you
like
know, not necessarily that, but
remember we got Darren DePaul like episode 7 or something. So yeah, and we've gotten to the developers too. So yeah, we're small time, but we're persistent little buggers. So we do get some good people. Yeah, we were very honored to have him agree to come and talk to us. It was a real treat.
And Mr. Novik, what do you got coming up?
Oh, jeez. Not enough. That's the big problem here. I was supposed to have a bunch of May the 4th videos prepared, but I'm lazy, so I have literally nothing prepared.
Story of my life, man.
So I guess after this, I'll probably record a bunch and try to get them out for Revenge of the 5th. But you're probably looking at like a bunch of story content. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Technique Games. I do a lot of variety streaming, mostly SWTOR, but recently I've been going through Persona 5. It's been really fun. I think I'm going to go with the quote of, I'm probably the world's laziest YouTuber, because I've had plans on literally having a video out every day, and have only posted 3 videos since I made that claim. So, and that was like 3 weeks ago. So,
way to promote.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you like laziness and a good old fun time going through the stories of SWTOR Technique Games on YouTube, and other than that, nothing else.
So here's how you here's a promotion that I want to do, because we have 3 amazing people here right now. Lone Star is one of the best SWTOR streamers out there. You guys really need to check out his stuff. Jessie, she does more stuff than all of us put together. She's doing like 12 podcasts. She streams YouTube. It's absolutely amazing. And Novik
does nothing.
He's and we're gonna go ahead and sit right there. No.
And see.
And we're done. No, I think you were talking about, weren't you going to, you're going to be starting up recording like every playthrough or something, or do the ones you haven't done or something, so.
Well, because I really want to go through all of the stories, right? And I get chastised for not doing it, as I rightfully should be. So I wanted to record them all. But I might end up just going the lazy route and live streaming them because it's easier that way, and then putting them up on YouTube. But my plan is by the end of the year, like December 31st, to have all 8 classes in video format of some form up on my YouTube channel.
Cool.
That's quite an undertaking. That's awesome.
Yeah, I filmed The Smuggler. It took me 2 years to finish that. And I was doing, yeah, you were talking about lazy. It took me 2 years to do that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we need to go ahead and get the next group in here. So I thank you guys so much for doing this. This was a lot of fun. Again, put your links in chat, guys. Put your links in chat.
Thank you so much for having us on. I know how much work it is to get all these people together and to create a community event for people to come to and ask questions. And I know you put your heart and soul into what you do. And I know I appreciate you, and I know that the audience does too. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to share some screen time with you guys.
And Jalen says, sorry, I only watched Lone Star when he's trying to drive cop cars.
Let's not talk about that.
All right.
On that note,
Have a good night, guys.
all right,
You too,
thanks
man.
again. Okay, bye. Bye,
Bye.
chat. Bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get set up for the next giveaway, and then we are going to very quickly get the next group in here because we're actually running just a little bit behind time. So, let me get the next giveaway going. And then we'll get the final group in here to round out the night. What should we give away? That's the next question. How about we do sub time? That sounds like an excellent idea. Sub time, right? Alright, so if you want a Bioware code for 30 days of sub time, we are going to do ASF into chat right now. Right now, everybody, ASF. And I am going to take literally about a 30-second break just to get some more water, and then we'll be back with the new group. So, I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back, everyone. Let's go ahead and lock in this giveaway here. Alright. So the winner of 30 days of sub time, that is what we are doing. Let me make sure that I grab the right code here for the winner. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Skylord Big Buck is the winner of the day. So let me go ahead and send you that in a private message. If I can just find your name. If you want to actually say something in chat here real quick, then we shall go ahead and get the next group on and finish this out. Ah, there you are. Skylord Big Buck. There you go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the final 3 panelists on the show. As we switch over to the overlay for hour 3, we are going to have Sakari, and then we are having Will and Marshall from the usual podcast. So, let me go ahead and get the guys on the phone. Hello, caller. Let's see, let me grab Sakari first. See if he is, see if he's live. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's going on? You hear me?
I believe so.
Sweet.
All right, let me go ahead and get Marshall in here.
Got to engineer the stuff. Get it all together.
Hey, Marshall, how's it going? And then I'll go ahead and grab Will here.
That's muting my microphone. Oh,
There
that's
we go.
backwards.
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good,
Hey, what's
man.
up?
Like my hotkeys backwards. Like I put in
there we
push
go.
to talk, but I have to unpress it to talk. That doesn't make any sense.
Don't you hate it when you're plagued by technical difficulties right off
I
the
mean,
bat?
honestly, dude, like the amount of technical difficulties I've had in any show is ridiculous. So I'm good right now.
All right, give me 1 second to get you guys in your boxes.
See if I can change this.
I'm not sure Will's head is going to fit in a box. We're going to have to
Ah,
Boom.
ouch.
first burn of the session right there.
I figured it out, by the way. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, perfectly.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Oh, you can hear me both times?
Oh, maybe. No, just once. Like we're good.
Oh, okay. I think I ruined it, but it's fine. It'll be all right.
Let's see if I can make this. That's about the best we're going to be able to do with that.
I think I should lean in forward really close to the mic so my head absolutely does not fit in the box.
Oh my god, look at all that crap behind me. It's like I'm a hoarder.
You are a hoarder.
You look like you're sitting in a record store.
I got a lot of stuff. I just don't know where to put it.
Okay, we are set up and good to go now. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. Thanks for having us on.
So, we're going to go ahead and start this off. For people who don't know who you guys are, we'll start with Sakari. Sakari, who are you and what do you do?
Well, for the most part, I'm a streamer. I think that's what I do with the majority of my time. When I'm not doing that, I'm on Passionately Casual Podcast, trying desperately to make funny jokes, but I fail miserably. And then I sometimes I run WOG with these two fine gentlemen, and WOG is What's an Ops Group, is it not?
Oh, it's
And-
an ops group. We're just not sure
yeah.
what we're doing half the time.
Yes, it's some kind of ops group, but yeah, I mean we hang out, we have a good time, it's good. So that's generally what I do.
And I think you guys have been watching this a little bit tonight. Of course, feel free to put all of your links into chat so people can follow all of your great stuff. And then we'll kick it over to Marshall. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Marshall. I'm the host of the usual podcast. Yeah, we talk about SWTOR. We talk about Star Wars: The Old Republic. I said that already. We talk about Star Wars in general, and we talk about geek and pop culture. But the next couple weeks, we're going to be focusing a lot on SWTOR because of all of this fun stuff. So, and yes, we run WOG on Friday nights. I stream that starting last week, and I got it stable now. I'm pretty stoked about that. But yeah, we have a couple drinks, have some fun, and see if we can down some bosses. It's a lot of fun.
And Mr. Will, you want to add anything to that as his cohort?
Ditto. No, it's a great time. Everybody should come out and join us for WOG. I haven't been there for quite a while, but I'm hoping to be there the next couple of weeks.
Cool.
Sorry, you guys are probably getting an echo. I'm going to figure that out here in a second.
Actually, I'm not. It sounds good on my end.
Oh, you guys are good?
Yeah. sounds
Okay,
good here,
because
too.
we're in the same room, so I'm making sure we're not getting some weirdness going on. So
Yeah, if anybody in chat hears anything with the sound, let me know. And also, I want to make sure this is all balanced, so if it's not, let me know as well. But I'm using the same settings from the last hour, so I think we might be okay. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start this. Same question as I've given the other two groups, and that is, and I really want to talk to Will about this one, but what is your earliest Star Wars memory, and were you old enough to actually see the original films in the theater?
Yes, I'm sure you're asking me because I'm the elder statesman of the group.
25, right?
Yeah, I'm exactly 25.
That's what I thought.
No, I was actually lucky enough to go to the local drive-in to go see Empire when I was 5. And then I got to go see Jedi in theaters at another local theater. And the only one I missed out on in theaters was A New Hope. But I am actually one of those few people who actually waited overnight to see the special editions in '97. So I did that, and then I met Carr a few years later, and we started going and waiting in lines for the prequels.
Oh, that was fun.
Did you guys dress up? That's the question. To go see the prequels.
We didn't dress up, but there were some lightsaber battles and some beverages in lines, I think.
Yes, the more beverages, the more lightsaber battles, right?
Exactly.
And actually, I can actually say the first time I ever met Marshall's, later wife was in line to see Attack of the Clones.
By the way, she's my current wife. But yeah.
Yeah, not late.
His late wife? What is
She is no longer.
This last time we hung out.
That's funny.
So how about you, Marshall?
Oh, yeah, no, I was born 2 years after A New Hope. I didn't see any of the original trilogy, actually, in theaters. That might be blasphemy here, but I did a lot of... I think I made up for it, like he said, waiting in line for the prequels, the re-releases of the original trilogy, and all that. And what we do now with the new movies is we get a bunch of Star Wars geeks, my D&D group, and pretty much anybody I know that's in this town. We come to my house, have some beverages like early in the day, then we go line up and meet up with every other geek in this little small town, and it's been a lot of fun the last couple of years. So I'm looking forward to having a Star Wars movie every single year. I guess that's the same thing.
There's no difference.
There's no difference now. It's really exciting, and it's a lot of fun for us to get together and do that. So unfortunately, I didn't see the originals, but I still have the originals on VHS somewhere in my attic. So
Cool.
That helps, right?
And how about you, Scary?
I was born in '81, so I missed everything. And I was in South Africa, so I suppose I can use that as an excuse as well. But the first one I managed to see in theaters was Episode 1, which was kind of a major letdown compared to the original 3. So I'm a late bloomer, but I got there. I'm seeing everything else in theaters as it comes out, so that's good, I suppose, like everybody else.
Yep. Now, so far tonight, I actually have not answered this question, so I'm going to do so now. And I'm actually the same as you. My first theater experience was Phantom Menace. That was 99, right?
99.
99, yep.
So, yeah, I was actually born in 82.
Yeah, so like we're having about the same experience, it seems.
Yeah. Now, one thing, and this was the big question that I had for Will, there's a lot of younger people who are just now getting into Star Wars, and they don't realize just how big of an impact that original movie made. And what year was it? 74, 75, whatever year that was.
77.
Or 77, yeah, thank you. And the fact that we actually have a day like we have today, it's Star Wars Day, and it's like every major company out there is like doing stuff, and it's huge. And there's no other movie out there that has something like this. So is there anything you can sort of talk about, back then on just how, as Marshall's laughing.
You're old. Sorry.
I'm old.
But is there anything you can kind of talk about just for the younger people who might be in the audience to sort of give them an idea of exactly what this film meant to the filming industry, what it meant to the world, to, at that time? Just, it was huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's so much of being alive when the prequel or when the original trilogy came out or whatnot, because like my nephew is 9 years old and he is just as invested in Star Wars as I was growing up. And he basically got into it through the Clone Wars because he's too young for the prequels even. Mm-hmm. And he's too young really to go see Rogue One. But the main difference that I've noticed is the way that he really connects with it is he plays a lot of the Lego games, mm-hmm. and he plays and he watches a lot of the shows. But when I was growing up, you had the odd trench run Star Wars arcade game that actually had like the throttle and stuff, which was really weird. But I grew up really playing with the action figures, 3.5-inch tall action figures and the trading cards, like the old blue and the yellow and the green cards that they had. And so I remember, when I was 8-9 years old, being out in front of my house and playing in the dirt and having a little Chewbacca action figure fighting with an Ithorian and all these little things. And, he doesn't do that as much. It's more in the digital realm, and it's kind of like that. That's the biggest change I've seen in how we relate to the universe.
I think you answered that very well, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. And don't get me wrong. I mean, even though I'm in my 40s, I still play this game all the time. So and I watch Rebels.
Rebels is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm still getting caught up on that. I'm like mid-season 2 right now. I'm kind of behind.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, you're just right when Ahsoka's coming in. You're getting good.
Yeah, when you get to the Thrawn stuff, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So good.
So as we're kind of talking here, this stream is about Star Wars: The Old Republic. If anybody has any questions for us in chat, let us know, and we'll go ahead and we'll start to answer them. So the final thing I want to say about the original movie, sort of just to wrap that up, is really it was the first big blockbuster. And I've got stories from my parents who say, oh, it was the first movie that we saw, 30 times and stuff like that. And you just hear all kinds of stories like that from that generation. They had never seen anything like it. It was unbelievable at the time.
I think that's pretty sweet that you have parents that actually became fans during that time. My parents, although they were old enough during it, they are still pretty flabbergasted at my fandom. I've kind of gotten them buying in a little bit here and there, but they never latched on to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm showing them things, which I think is also kind of cool.
Yeah, for my parents were actually my family has huge generation gaps. Like my dad fought in Korea and my mom was born in the 40s. So they were already well into their 30s and 40s by the time Star Wars came out. And and they weren't huge movie. I mean, they loved movies, but they weren't huge movie goers because probably had something to do with having 6 kids. So you didn't really want to take them all to the theater. But I do agree that Star Wars was probably the very first of the newer Hollywood movies that had the repeat business like that. But going back to 2 years earlier, Jaws was really like the first blockbuster, the first summer tentpole type movie. It was like, okay, we're going to build a big marketing effort and a big release, a wide release around a film. And I think that was the first movie to break 100 million in a summer. So that was it. But yeah, Star Wars was definitely the first one. Was like, I'm going to go see that again and again and again and again and again.
Sakari, do you want to handle that question from Texas?
No, I don't. Not at all. I'm going to have Imperial Intelligence come in here and drag her out. She's making trouble, I tell you. Yes, I'm trying desperately to get through this hour of hanging out with you without certain people trying to make me sing Let It Go or some such.
Oh, wait, hold on, guys. We're not singing? Is that what's happening?
You can sing all you
we
want.
like singing.
I thought we were going to sing at some point, but okay. I might be wrong.
It's on the schedule.
Did you have your heart set on that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so just to fill everyone in on what happened there, I was having trouble with OBS one night on the stream. Everything was just kind of going, but it was terrible. And crashing on me constantly. And so I'd start, it wasn't OBS, it was the game. And I'm still having issues with it, but the game was just dying on me. So I just left the stream going, and we just had it going, and it was a good old time. And they decided to start a counter using Nightbot, or there's another bot I have in chat called Sakari Bot. And they were just running this counter, and somebody came up with this idea. Hey, you know what we should do is when he gets to 10, he has to sing something. I'm like, haha, that won't ever happen, So, I was within a half hour of the end of the stream. Everything was going good. I was like, I'm pretty sure I can make it over that without getting to that time. And sure enough, the game crashes on me like 4 times in a row. And that put me over the line. So the next thing I know, I'm singing Let It Go. So I was just like, I'm not going to follow these words. The thing was pitched horribly. It was like either too low or too high for me. I was like right in the middle of that octave. So I just fudged all the words, fudged all the singing, just stuffed up. It was glorious in all of its awfulness. And then it ended up on YouTube. And now I can't seem to get Imperial Intelligence to do away with it properly and send it to the vault.
Well, I'm sure you did Adele Dazeem proud.
Things on the internet don't go away, man. So
No,
it'll
they
come
don't.
back. It'll
Once
come
they're
back.
out there, they're forever. So
There's a good question from Xavier. Are you looking more forward to Last Jedi or Young Han Solo?
That is a good question. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'm really looking forward to The Last Jedi. Not for the least is that it's actually getting released on my birthday. But for Young Han Solo, it's just like Harrison Ford is so iconic, and it's the same sort of thing they're dealing with Indiana Jones. It's like if you're gonna do it like with Harrison Ford on Jedi or on Star Wars, I think they could have bookended him in there instead of just totally losing it. Whereas like in Indiana Jones 5, he's gonna be the Indy the whole time. I think that's a little overkill on it. No pun intended with Han Solo there, but I do like the cast. I think Donald Glover is inspired casting to play Lando. We've talked about it a couple times on our podcast that I really hope there's a couple things they don't get rid of, like how he got his iconic pants from actually being in the Imperial Navy and how he met Chewbacca and stuff like that. So I hope they do pull some stuff from Legends for that, not necessarily the whole story, but at least little hints to those of us that know the backstory.
honestly, I'm very surprised that Han Solo wears pants. Just saying. That doesn't seem to be his style. Like he'd get up in the morning and forget them.
That sounds about right.
I don't know. And like Will said, we've talked about it enough. I think I'm as worried about Han Solo, I think, as I am about, I don't know, some of the DC stuff. You know what I mean? Like just what's gonna happen. But I'm really looking for The Last Jedi more than Han Solo. But what I do like, kind of like what Will said, I'm really excited that they're gonna kind of, I guess, highlight the relationship with Lando, and I want to see that happening. And I think obviously the casting, I think, is right. I just hope the story holds up and people go to see it, because if it works, I want to see it go forward, because there's so many stories there that they can continue to explore as far as, you know, Han Solo's past. I mean, obviously when we see him in A New Hope, he's done some stuff. So it'd be cool to see, and, you know, we've seen some of that stuff in Legends. And like Will said, pull some of that stuff in. I think it would be a lot of fun as long as they get it right the first time. Otherwise, they're going to have to scrap it.
Yeah.
That seems a little extreme.
Well, at least not give it a sequel, I should say.
Yeah, let's just assign that to the scrap heap, to the trash compactor on level.
I will have to say, when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy for this first time, and at the beginning of the movie when you see Peter Quill wake up in his ship and everything, I'm like, that's how I imagine Han Solo waking up like every day, like forgetting the woman was there with him and like just going off on the next mission. That's how I totally saw it happening.
Yeah, that kind of tone would be interesting. A Guardians kind of tone. Yeah.
Well, once again, for anybody who may have just popped in, we'd love to hear or answer any of your questions that you have regarding Star Wars: The Old Republic. Feel free to ask, and we'll actually be kicking off another giveaway here in just a second. I think while we go ahead and we do that, I'm going to ask these guys, have you guys actually managed to get through all the classes in this game?
Yes. All of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at level 70 with all of the characters, but and I've gotten through all the main class storyline. Yeah,
that's a good question in chat. And those of you that actually follow The Usual, and I'm sorry if this is a tangent, I usually post one of my mini T-shirts. If people are thinking on Star Wars Day I didn't wear a Star Wars T-shirt, it's an Atari Vader T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
So anyway, I thought I'd show that off. Okay, so the question is, how did we get started? Oh, God. That's a question in chat. I don't know. I'm not hosting this. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Should I field that?
Yeah.
How did we get started?
We got to fill the time somehow, man. Let's get
a lot of drunkenness.
a lot of beverages for sure. But Will and I have actually known each other for going on 19 years. Something like that.
This is our 18th anniversary, dear.
Oh, that's adorable. So we met in college, early college days, and what it comes down to is a couple years ago, I really got into listening to podcasts, wanted to do a podcast. He and I sat around talking about geek stuff all the time. And I'm like, what could we do to like actually sit around, record this stuff and make it work? And so that's pretty much how it got started. We decided we were both playing SWTOR. We both love Star Wars, and we talk geek stuff all the time. So that's why our show is segmented the way it is. But how the name came up, and a lot of people are like, the usual podcast, that doesn't make any sense. It's not geeky or Star Warsy or really anything. Do you want to tell that part? I think you tell it better than I do.
If I can remember correctly.
Okay.
No, there was one day we were both working in restaurants and bars in the college town we lived in, and just one morning, I think it was a post breakup day. Marshall shows up at my house at 10 a.m. in the morning, knocks on my door, and gets some beer out of my fridge and says, "All right, we're drinking today." And I'm like, "All right." And so we walked downtown. We hit every bar in town, which there was 20 plus, I think. And we knew people at every bar. And so whenever we went to these different establishments, we always had a different regular, a different usual at each place. I mean, one place it would be a 22 ouncer of Bud Light. Another place would be a pint of Captain and Coke. Another place would be a shot of Surfer and Acid, a Black and Tan at another place, whatever. And so we went from bar to bar, and we were picking up more people that were working there. And we had a group of us by the end of the night. And it was just, we ended up writing a story kind of about that day called Happy Hours. And so it just turned to that, where it was about the different usual drinks we had at each bar.
And so when it came down to coming up with a name for the show, we were trying to figure out, well, what do we want to do? So we always start our show with talking about what we're drinking, and that's our usual for the night, I guess. So that's how we got started, honestly. And it's been a little over 2 years now. Actually, it was 2 years in January.
Yeah, and Darth Revan, definitely a massive hangover time. I will say Marshall ended up without shoes by the end of the night.
Oh, shit. Partway through, I started the day in flip-flops, and then at some point I just didn't have any shoes.
And actually, somewhere during that day, we fit in going to the movies to see Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, that was great. Yeah, we saw Dude, Where's My Car that day. So that was our break time. But anyway, that's our story. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. So.
And you know what? I actually totally forgot, because I remember you guys always drink on these late night streams. So I was going to bring something I totally forgot, because I saw Marshall was sipping something. So I'm like, darn it.
I'm sipping a little something, actually.
And to think I almost showed up with a Coors Light myself. I was like, no, I'm just going to bring water. Now I'm like the teetotaler here. I guess I'm the designated driver, right?
Yeah, there you
Is
go.
that what that means?
I don't know. Coors Light and water are pretty much the same, though, aren't they?
Oh, that's a burn.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I think he got back at you from earlier.
He did.
Yeah, of course, it's me drinking an IBC root beer. So,
That's a
hey.
nasty
Right.
burn.
Oh, man.
Well, let's actually, JT wanted me to ask you, Sakari, actually back about that class question. Have you been through all the classes?
Yes, I have been through all the classes. Thank you very much. Was it you that was saying earlier on that it took you like 2 years to get through the smuggler story?
Yeah, well, I was filming it for YouTube, and that's why.
Okay. Yeah, I was the same thing. I managed to get through all the others, and it was that smuggler class that was the one I left forever. And I had gotten all the way to Voss, and I just stalled out on Voss, and had just done nothing else with it. And I think, then they came out with, Kotfi, and I was running through Kotfi and all of the great story there. And then there was Kotet. And I was like, at some point, I was like, okay, look, I've got to just get over that line there and then get my, what is it? Where you've done every class. What do they call that?
The legendary status?
Legendary. Thank you. Yeah. And so I went back and I heard that there was a great twist at the end of the smuggler story. I'm like, okay, so there's supposed to be this great twist. And then when I did it, I was like, that was it. It was such a letdown because I had now experienced all of this great writing, all of the plot twists so comparatively, it was just like a total letdown. And I wish I had completed it back in the day when it was really cool. So that was the downside to that. But yes, I've managed to complete all 8 stories too. I managed to earn that stinking title. So.
Well, let's get into this discussion. We touched on it earlier, but we didn't really go into it too much, and that is the story of another class, whether it being a hero class or not. So, if they were to add, let's go with the hero class. If they were to add a hero class into this game, what would you like to see? If we want to start with Sakari.
Oh, a hero class. The only thing that I think that that SWTOR is missing is, if you compare it to a lot of other MMOs, they have the necromancer type, a minion master kind of a thing. I think we need something like that. Even, and I don't know how they would do that, but if they were to come up with a new class, I think maybe like a droid master or I don't know what you would do on both separate sides, but they have to come up with that kind of something in this game, I think, personally. I'd love for them to do that.
Yeah, like a hunter class, or like you said, a droid class.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Marshall?
No, I don't know. I like the idea of a hero class, but the cool thing about Star Wars is you can kind of go anywhere with it. And if you're going to start it with no 1 to 50 story, I don't know. What would I like to see? I don't know. Just for fun, I'd like to see something really, really simple. Like shop owner class or something silly. Like, I mean, just something like that, but basically like just somebody who's in the background of Star Wars that gets a, I don't know, gets a role in the larger universe, because we focus on all the Skywalkers and the powerful people, but it's like, hey, I'm just this guy, and I don't know, I'm running my shop, but oh my god, now I have this quest. It's like D&D kind of, you know what I mean?
Dude, I want to be an R2 unit.
There you go. I
think
the best
astromech stuff.
I think the way they'll probably get away with it though is like having a droid class, or I think they'll base it around a race probably, or something like that. Maybe not a race, but something in between what we have now. I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much, but
well, since you brought up shop owner, did any of you play Star Wars Galaxies?
I did. Yeah, I played it a couple different times. I didn't get too far in it, but yeah, you could be just a dancer. You could just be something simple and just kind of hang out and live in the world. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Is like, we have all these big powerful people, and it's like, but what if I just want to just kind of hang out? And especially that would be really good for role players too. They could really expand out and do some cool stuff. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Dude, I remember the day that Marshall bought Galaxies, and he brought it to his house. I happened to be over at his house that day, and he was telling me about it, and like, because he knew I was a huge Star Wars fan, and he's like, dude, it's like an open world sandbox, and you can create whatever you want. And I'm like, that's way too responsibility for me to come up with in my head. So I'm like, just give me a storyline I follow. And so when the Old Republic came around, he pulled me into this, but yeah, that was that. As for the class, actually, one I would love to see would be a galactic politician, because you can actually have that on the light side or the dark side. It could be any range you want, but instead of charging in with a lightsaber, you're the one that's actually conniving behind the scenes, and it could be something as little as like you're schmoozing in a cantina and you have to poison somebody's drink or something like that, and you could still have some fights or whatever, but it's more Machiavellian.
Yeah, I think those are great ideas, and yeah, I played Galaxies almost that entire time, before they ruined it.
No kidding.
But yeah, people might not realize that in that game, politician was a class, or no, it was mayor, like the mayor of your town. That was a class, or doctor was a class, or dancer was a class, or whatever. So yeah, I would love to see them actually bring something like that into this.
Yeah, politics was like a separate something that you could pursue, but it wasn't required. You didn't have to. It wasn't it wasn't that or something else. You could be whatever you wanted to be. Man, I miss that. That was my very first MMO, and I think I didn't know that Sandbox wasn't how all MMOs were, and so having done MMO since, it's like everything just seems so on rails compared to just, hey, here I am in the world. What am I gonna do? Well, I remember I show up in the Mos Eisley Cantina one day, and I'm like, these people seem to be dancing. How do you do this? Next thing you know, I'm shaking my thing, they're trying to earn a buck. I'm a master dancer. I'm like, hey, yeah, let's get this done. There's got to be something more to this game. So, it was good. I miss that. I really do miss it.
I know, with Galaxies, I just remember running through the desert for long periods of time, wondering where the hell I was.
Something that the Chopstick Gamer says in chat is about a Force Adept monk as a class. I think, especially if Lucasfilm is really starting to look over the Old Republic storylines that they're coming up with now, is they could definitely tie in the idea of the wills, which, because that's, just Force connection, not light side or dark side, and it's older than either, and so it's very cool that they could bring that into the Old Republic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chat's cracking me up. Sorry.
Naked corpse runs.
Yeah, that was funny.
Sorry, the cameras went away for just a second, but we are good now. I was actually going to show you guys something here real quick. If I can find it. Oh, do I have that here somewhere?
Yep, we noticed you.
Here we go. Now, you guys won't be able to see this live. You'll actually have to check out the stream here for just a second, but I think there's probably about a 15-second delay on there, but let me show you this little thing that I still have. I'm going to have to cover up a couple of your cameras here for a second. This is what we used to use.
What the heck is this?
Oh yes, a calculator. Yeah, no kidding. When you have to climb the separate trees.
What? Oh, that's a trip, dude.
So yeah, you'd start out, oh, Master Brawler. Let's work our way up this tree like this. Oh, now we're a Master Brawler, and then that branches out into Terrakasai or Commando or Fencer or whatever. So yeah, here's Politician. It was separate, and then yeah, you had Chef and Doctor
Chef?
and Droid Engineer and Musician and Merchant and Image Designer. They were all
Merchant.
So
and you get a title, I think, right, for every tier 4 that you got. So like if you're a Master Brawler or like not really a Master Brawler, but like a Pikeman, you get all of those 4 tiers, and then you can study up for the Master. It was very almost like being in university.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to do all this coursework first before you get your. Oh yeah, I remember.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember trying to figure out how I could be a Jedi or something. I was like, I looked up online. I was like, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
It worked for 6 months.
I'd like to be in Galaxies. I'd be a mixologist and come up with the ultimate recipe for blue milk.
Ooh,
there you go.
I mean, I remember I used to be, what was I? A bioengineer and a ranger. So I would run out on Dathomir, you know, poking rankers with a little needle to get their DNA, and then I'd run back to my lab and cook up a chemogila. It was great. Oh man, I missed that stuff.
So somebody in chat was talking about a Voss Mystic as a playable character. So if we actually go, you know, I know this is a question that we get asked all the time, but what's the next species you guys would like to see?
I'd like to have a Thorian as a playable species. Because as a kid, that was like my favorite action figure, and one of my favorite companions now is the Thorian Force Adept.
I'm going Bothan.
Bothan, wow.
Yeah.
Many Bothans died.
Bothans died, and I feel like Bothans should live and die in SWTOR.
And that was playable in Star Wars Galaxies. I remember there was two. I was in an Imperial Guild for a while, and these two PvPers, they were like twin Bothans. They called themselves the Dogs of War. It was awesome. Yeah, it was really good.
That's badass.
For me, I think probably Nortlin. I like the look of that species, and I've been kind of wanting them to do that for a while. I've been waiting, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do.
Do you think they will actually do new species again?
Yeah, I think it wouldn't surprise me if they had one this year.
Really?
I think they'll do one new species and one new stronghold this year.
Okay.
You know, what kind of concerns me about the new species, though, is that they don't seem to be played that much compared to the classic species that they started the game with.
Right.
You know, like, I mean, you see all of the, even Twi'lek isn't that, you see it, but it's not as common as, you know, and then, I mean, they brought in Cathar, there's Togruta, they have all of those in there, but and you'll see them every now and then, but compared to human and cyborg and they're just not as featured. And I wonder almost if they look at the stats as to who's playing what and go, well, this isn't worth doing in other species because the player base has kind of shown that they won't really play it.
And that's kind of what I'm worried about too. I honestly don't see a lot of that either, and I don't know if it's a combination of when you have a helmet on, you can't tell what the heck species you are, or if it's just people are just sticking with the usual stuff, the humans and the cyborgs and stuff,
I mean, I even run around. I have one of my characters as a Sith pureblood, and I don't see many Sith pureblood around anymore these days.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on, but everyone's just rolling humans.
Maybe it's just people like me. They just stick to one race. I'm all Chiss. Every single one of my tunes to Chiss. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, I think two things. One is, a lot of people are covered by helmets, so don't always see what everybody is. Mm-hmm. But I think most people's mains might be human or cyborg or whatever, something they might relate to more. And especially when you have newer species, they're going to show up as alts and not as mains. And so you're obviously not going to see them as often.
Yeah, and somebody's got a good point in chat that the new races are not available to free-to-play players. You got to buy them and stuff. So that's a good point.
The money barrier for sure.
Yep. A couple other questions. I think Darth Revan has asked this a couple of times, and it's, have any of us ever played the Jedi Academy games? And I have. What about you guys?
A couple of years ago, Humble Bundle did a great Star Wars bundle, and I got basically every Star Wars game out, and I have them installed on my computer, but just time constraints, I don't have time to play them all.
Yeah, same. I played the TIE Fighter games back in the day. I played Dark Forces. I played a lot of the older, that stuff. But for some reason, Jedi Academy, I never, at that time, I was playing other things. So.
Yeah, and for me, it might have been last year, May 4th. I think Steam did a deal where I think I spent maybe $14 and 15 cents and bought like 8 games. It was great. Everything but Battlefront was on there, and included were those games. But I'm kind of like you guys, where I haven't had much of the time to be able to jump in and play all that stuff. I'm spending all my time kind of pushing my characters up the CXP ladder. So they definitely figured out how to keep me invested in SWTOR these days.
Yeah. Well, forget CXP. I mean, I'm that achievement whore that goes back and, heck, last week I just finished my Bounty Hunter's basic gear quest.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. But the problem and that's the MMO issue. Like, I have a ton of other games installed on my computer right now that I keep saying I'm gonna go back to, like Inquisition and Skyrim and Mass Effect and all that kind of stuff. But when you have an MMO, you're actively playing and you're part of that community. It's like, okay, well, I gotta do this, and then I'll go play that game. But I never end up getting there. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I started playing the first Assassin's Creed game last summer, and I haven't still quite gotten through it because, I'd just much rather do stuff in SWTOR.
Those games are amazing, though.
They are. It's a lot of fun, but I just didn't get, I didn't have time.
There was another question, and I think I missed it. Let me find it again here real quick. It was... Oh, which NPC in the game would you like to see as a companion? If you
Sergeant Jaxo, hands down.
Yeah, probably. I agree with that.
Is it open to all NPCs?
Yeah.
Either I have 2 answers because I'm gonna just have 2. Kai Zyken or that bird creature on Rishi. That
first one that you talked to?
Amazing. Oh my god. I would listen to that guy talk all day long. I love it. And just having him follow me along and say things would be so much fun.
I think I can do that voice. It's kind of like, welcome to Rishi. How are you today? Something like that.
It's very gifted, yeah.
Something like that, exactly.
That's almost Boomy-esque in its brilliance. Wow, are we waiting for me now to answer this?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know. I haven't really thought that much about this. I think there are some of those. What is the name of that? In the Imperial storylines, I think you meet him on Belsavis. He's the captain. He's like the captain of the Imperial Guard. What was his name? And then he shows up some in the Ilum storyline as well. He's the one. He's a pilot who takes you into the Battle of Ilum.
Oh yeah, the guy with the scarred face after Belsavis, the blonde pilot guy.
Yeah,
He
I'd
was
kind of
a,
like
uh,
to see him.
he was
I
a
forget what his
general.
name is, though.
I
Yeah,
want to say his name starts with an H.
maybe
I
somebody
think I
in
know
chat
who
can
you're
help us
talking
out.
about. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Chad agrees with me. It's Bird Guy. So
Bird guy.
here we go. Since we all know his name, it's Bird Guy.
Well, I think we're probably going to wrap up this section because I know all of you actually have a stream coming up, so I want to make sure I give you guys time to actually set up before the top of the hour. So
Yep, we do.
We do.
before
All of
we
us do.
before we do that, if you guys want to give your little promo once again, so Sakari, if you want to, actually, what are you doing later tonight?
Okay, so here in probably 10, 15 minutes or so, we're going to get started. You are going to join me as a guest on my stream. So we're going to do a little bit of flip-flop. And SWTOR will join us as well, and we're going to run some stuff together. I don't really know what. Maybe some flashpoints or something easy, just kind of to just relax, chill, wind down a bit. And then for the rest of the night, I'll probably be messing around with the Cotfee storyline. Just to throw my stuff out there, you can find me on twitch.tv twitch.tv/Sakari. You can find me there, and I am Sakari.com. I just got a follow. It was weird. I have the widget open. So that's my stuff.
Cool. And then Marshall and Will, you guys are also filming tonight, right?
Yeah, we always record on Thursday nights. I don't want to, everybody should go watch them do stuff, but we are actually going to do our normal stuff. But tonight we're kind of changing it up. So from 8 to 8:30, we are going to do our SWTOR section. Like I said, we do 3 sections of our show. We're going to do SWTOR from 8 to 8:30 if you want to pop over there and see what we're all about for that. And then we're going to watch some trailers. Then we're going to talk Star Wars. And then we're going to talk geek and pop culture. So come check us out. We're at twitch.tv/theusualpodcast. And I'll put that in the chat. But yeah, man, this has been awesome. But we do what we do every Thursday night. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Am I missing anything?
How much I hate you.
Okay. Well, and that's what you're going to get if you come over to our side. So here we are.
But we have cookies.
Oh.
Yeah. The dark side always has cookies.
Sakari, do you have cookies?
I have cartel coins. Those are even more cooler than cookies. Plenty giveaways tonight.
Can I go over to his channel now?
I'm bribing people. Come over to mine. See if we
Actually,
can...
speaking of bribing people, can I say one more thing real quick?
Sure.
So because we are not solely SWTOR podcast, Star Wars Yoda, SWTOR channel doesn't promote us directly when we do our podcast, but I do stream which we mentioned in the beginning of the show or this hour, our WOG, What's an Ops Group. I'm going to be streaming that the next 2 Friday nights, and I've got a ton of prizes we're going to give out. Tomorrow night, we're going to do, I think the consensus is KP, and then we're going to end up with Tithe. So come check it out starting at 8 o'clock Pacific. I'll be streaming. I've been told that sometimes I play music and I sing a bit, so that
Just
may or may not happen. So definitely come check me out tomorrow night and check out what WOG's all about. If you want to get into ops, that's the group for you on Harbinger. Unholy Alliance and Wookiee Mistake Guilds.
Yeah, and if WOG runs a little late, then Marshall might end up leading you into some lava or falling asleep, falling down an elevator shaft.
Sometimes we end the night with lava baths, and that's fine.
Lava baths and alcohol. It's epic.
Oh, absolutely.
Best Friday
Perfect
ever.
combination.
So I would like to officially announce and confirm that the sing-off between Marshall and Sakari will happen next Friday. At whatever random time. We'll figure that out later. So
I don't know, I thought with all of our videos that were set up on the way they were on your stream, we should have all busted into Bohemian Rhapsody.
Indeed.
It's awesome.
So there we go. Thank you guys for coming out. And so even though Marshall said don't go watch them, don't listen to him. So as soon as this stream ends, you guys will have a choice to make on which one you actually watch. So that'd be pretty cool. But yes, thank you guys. I think
we'll be recording episode 96 tonight.
I think Will was doing some sort of force thing right there. My mind is kind of confused.
It looks kind of creepy.
I don't know what he's
That's
doing,
funny
but
because that's
fine.
usually what people say about me.
Here we are. Way to end the stream, buddy.
But yep, thanks for coming out, guys. And we'll all.
Kidley, thanks, man, for doing this. I really appreciate you doing all that.
Thanks for having us on, Kidley.
Yep. So you guys here at the top of the hour, go watch one of these 2 streams, whichever one you want. So.
Choices to make.
Yep.
You have.
But yep, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Before we wrap things up, we're going to do some more giveaways. So let me go ahead and switch modes here. But it has been a crazy 3 hours, let me tell you that. I want to absolutely thank everybody who came out for this. This is the biggest stream that I've ever done. I never thought in a million years that I would do anything like this. And I kind of wish that I would have had more time to actually put this together. We were kind of spraying on this last minute because there was actually some more overlays and other stuff that I wanted to build but didn't have time. But yeah, this was really cool. So hopefully we'll be able to do more stuff like this down the road. Now, for those who are wondering when my next stream is, like my actual next playing the game stream, it will be Saturday Morning SWTOR, which is a show that I do every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. As it was sort of mentioned by a couple of the other guys, BioWare, EA, and Twitch/Amazon, they actually have this thing going for about the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So we have several more sort of sponsored streams coming up. And there's a bunch of us that are going to be doing that. So in addition to the Saturday morning, if I'm remembering correctly, next Tuesday and then next Thursday are my next sort of sponsored streams. But either way, all of these, we're going to be doing a ton of giveaways. That we got a bunch of stuff from BioWare to give away, and we're going to keep doing that. So that is really, really cool. But without further ado here, let's actually go ahead and kick off this next giveaway. We'll probably do a couple of them here. Because what I want to do is I kind of want to wait for either Sakari or Usual Podcast to actually fire up their stream, and then we can head over there. So we're going to kind of hang out here for just a little bit. And of course, I guess if anybody has any other questions, I can try and get those myself. But yep, let's go ahead and do another giveaway here. For this one, for this giveaway, I will let you choose whatever code that you guys want. So if you want Baby Tauntaun Fawns, if you want Cartel Coins, or Subtime, you can choose. That's what we're going to do. Keyword on this one is going to be... What should we do? Let's do... Since I'm on my sniper, we're going to use the word sniper. So, boom. S-N-I-P-E-R. Sniper, sniper, sniper. Shoot your gun. Like this. That is how we do it. And by the way, I am on the Reddit clips right now, and it is, what, like 3 in the morning there? That is why there is nobody on. Yeah, there's one shard of the fleet with 26 people. So if you ever want to film some stuff with nobody bugging you, this is the time to do it. And I'll actually do that sometimes for people who watch my YouTube videos. You'll see me come on here and, you know, take these shots that are like this because you want some really nice shots of, you know, the fleet or whatever. Come onto these servers in the middle of the night. It's the best time to do it. But I really do appreciate all the support tonight. We had a record number of viewers and followers across the board. All of my previous numbers were absolutely crushed by a country mile. And like I was saying a little earlier, for those who normally come on, you know, a traditional streamer, you don't have all the pop-ups, all the noises and all that, and I normally have all that, but I disabled that for this stream just so we didn't have constant, you know, noises happening when people were trying to talk, so. But we'll reactivate everything for Saturday morning. Let me very quickly go over some of the followers. Like I said, there's so many here. I've read a bunch already, but just to go over my list here, we've got Race Van, we've got Canadian R7, we've got 4TM Gaming, we've got Inanook, we've got Light Tray Fused, Darth Lover, Tomato Terrorist, who actually won something earlier. Dormant X11, SSJ Botman, and that's all the ones that I can see at the moment. But yes, just thank you so much for all the support tonight. All right, let's go ahead and do giveaway number 1 right now. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. And is it Ned Luna? You are the first winner. So if you want to tell me, what do you want? Do you want Baby Tauntaun, Sub, or Cartel Coins? One of these days, Ark, you will get the you'll get your Baby Tauntaun. Trust me. Your sweet little Baby Tauntaun. Yep, Nataluna, if you can let me know what you want, I'll go ahead and send it to you. Have not seen a message from you just yet. I've actually got a timer going. Oh, there we go. Cartel Coins, please. Awesome. Everybody loves the Cartel Coins. All right, mark that one out. All right, there you go. And we're just gonna immediately jump into another winner. I'm not even gonna do a new keyword. We're just gonna go again. If I can do that, I'm pretty sure I've got an option for that. Or maybe I don't. Where's my re-roll button? Here we go, roll again. All right, next winner is Hygester. Same thing. What do you want? Cartel Coins, Baby Fawns, or Subtime? What do you want? What do you want? Shoot Straight 2710. Thank you for the follow that just popped up there. You also want coins? Where's your name at? Or maybe I missed your... Oh, there we go. CC? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. All right, there is your code. We just had another follower. It was Priest Tiger Worldwide. Thank you for the follow. Okay, and as we end the stream here, let's actually go ahead and pull out the big dogs. And we're going to go ahead and do a full reset, so everybody's going to have to reapply. This one is going to be for 1,050 cartel coins. It's the Mega Code from Bioware. The Mega Code. Yeah, SWTOR, as soon as I end the stream, I'm going to be heading over to Sakari's. Which I don't think he's online yet, is he? Okay, keyword, let's swap up and let's do ASF for the keyword on this one. So, for the mega code, ASF into chat right now. 1,050 cartel coins. Let's see, have either of those guys started streaming yet? No, it says they're still watching me. I want to double check here real quick. Where is my link? You know, I could be doing my own emotes. We don't need those fancy programs. Do we? Absolutely not. Angelic7769, thank you for the follow. And you know, as Yoda might say, looking, found someone you have. See, that's what I'll do. Just need to do that over and over again. Okay, Sakari is live. Okay. But Unusual Podcast is not live just yet. All right, we got 33 entries on the mega code. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. And that is Aristoteles? Teles? I totally butchered that name, I'm sure. But you have won the mega code for the cartel coins. I will go ahead and send that to you right now. And there we go. So what we're going to go ahead and do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are actually going to host Sakari. We will do it directly. And then I'm actually going to jump off, and then Sotorista and I are actually going to be on his stream here in like the next 5 minutes. That's going to be the plan. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. This was an absolutely incredible stream. Like I said, I never thought I'd be able to do anything like this. So this is really cool. It was a lot of fun. I thank you so much for coming out. And once again, my next stream will be Saturday morning, SWTOR at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully you guys will follow me over to Sakari stream. So let me go ahead and grab all... Let me make sure that I've got this info here. Because we are going to drop a bomb on him here in about 2 seconds, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to actually... I'm going to say, here comes the wave. Here comes the... Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it, and we're going to swap it over to Sakari. So, everybody have a lovely rest of your evening. If you're not going to follow us over there, keep playing, have fun, and we'll see you next time.